Hello, one and all. Welcome to the ninth race of this season, aka season 6 of the JF. And it's been a very, very long journey since we've commenced this season in earlier, sorry, not earlier this year, but late last year, back in December. And we're already nearing the end of the season, consisting of 11 races. And really at race number 9 out of 11. So just three more races remaining to the very end of this season. And I believe most of us would be really, really interested to find out who's going to take honors at the end of a very exciting season. So once again, we are here in Interlagos, as you can see from the circuit map. So one of the quickest circuits in terms of a total track time and total circuit length. So only track which is shorter, based on memory, it is going to be the Red Bull Ring, aka in Austria, as well as Monaco, albeit Monaco, despite having a shorter circuit length. Uh, Being a street circuit is slower in nature, so Interlagos is definitely a circuit whereby there'll be more laps, more action, as well as well, more chances for drivers to hone the skills across the circuit. So, as you can see, Interlagos, um, one of the more exciting tracks in the calendar. And if you do remember, Interlagos was the scene of a very exciting finish back in 2008, which decided the overall championship. If you recall, Felipe Massa and Lewis Hamilton back in that year. Felipe Massa just being stolen off his first World Drivers' Championship title in that year. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton taking top honors in that particular season itself. So, speaking of season, we would definitely want to look at the current championship standings as it stands at the end of race number 8. So, currently, obviously, in the Drivers' Championship, we do have Rashawn Robot with a whopping 42-point lead over Skipper with just 100. So, a very big lead that he's holding over the competition right here. 42 points, certainly a lead that definitely not be reckoned with. Think something similar to what Max Verstappen's doing in real life. Rashawn Robot dominating entire season with 42 points with just 3 races to go. So it is going to take a lot from his competition. Now, if you think about third place, Heejin, with 93 and Takamasa with 93, that would mean Rashawn Robot would have to fail to score in 2 races, and either of those drivers would have to win the remaining of the 2 races in order for them to usurp Rashawn at the top of the drivers' championship standings. So Rashawn Robot definitely having a really healthy lead here. He has 2 races in hand, uh, and obviously Rashawn Robot, a driver. Well, he's not really been winning consistently, but one thing is consistent about Rashawn Robot is that he has been finishing on the podium consistently, and that whole points has definitely propelled him to the top of the standings at the moment. Obviously, we're the top 4, pretty close in time with just 49 points separating them, but another big gap all the way down to 5th place, consisting of Elvikim and Rielrek, Brandy He in 7th with 42, SS30 with 35, Sky 31, and Magazine 25. So a really consistent appearance of our podium finishes, especially with Heejin and Rashawn Robot, our top 2 drivers in terms of attendance and the completion of that as well. So uh, these 2 drivers obviously in the running to score some good points for the team as well. So now, speaking of the team, we'll look at the Constructors Championship standings as it stands. We do have at 167 points. We have Alpine, obviously. We do have obviously propelled by Rashawn Robot's dominance this season. 167 points by Alpine. Williams with 146, Mercedes 124, Haas with 109, and AlphaTauri with 86. So a consistent gap between different drivers across different teams at the top of the pile in the constructors championship. So obviously this shows that it is not over yet in terms of the drive in the constructors championship as well. So it's anyone's game, and all the way down to even the bottom of the pile we have Ferrari with 14 and Alfa Romeo with 12 points. So these 2 teams definitely, we all know that here in the JF we have 9 of the 10 teams will be scoring a part of a prize pool as well. So McLaren versus Alfa Romeo, sorry, McLaren Alfa Romeo would be fighting for the 9th place here. So also play for here within all 10 teams so far. With just three races remaining, no one can be sure who's going to take the top honors for both the Drivers and Constructors Championship, albeit for the drivers' side. Obviously, it's going to be Rashawn Robot unless something happens here in Brazil, touch wood. But regardless of which, speaking of the Drivers' Championship, we would definitely want to introduce you to the remaining two teams here in the JF. So first up, we have a look at Ferrari, currently sitting 8th in the Constructors Championship. Ferrari consisting of SS38, as well as his teammate. Let's look who his teammate is. It is going to be, yeah, Ferrari consisting of SS38 and a Nick. So SS38, the Ferrari. Sorry, we have a bit of a technical issue here. Let's give a moment. So let's have a look at Ferrari, the two drivers in the Ferrari team. Yes, SS38. So yes, once again, apologies for the issue. Oh yeah, yeah, apologies. To perform that next time around. So yeah. So once again, apologies for that. So once again, the drivers are currently having their briefing at this point of time, and yeah, they're getting ready. So a little quick briefing on who's going to attend this race. As of now, we have a total of 18 drivers. Permanent drivers wise, we will not see the size of Yellow Rack and Nick, Magazine, Kendra, Sevenfish, and Gangster Hamster. Replacing them in the reserve drivers, Destiol joining the Red Bull team, replacing Yellow Rack. Oh, it's going to be a very quick one as well. So Destiol and Red Bull certainly looking forward to deny Rashawn Robot of another race win or maybe potential podium. Ramen in the Alfa Romeo replacing Sevenfish, and for first time a debutant right here, Adelina Ho in the Alpine to replace the Magazine. So Rashawn Robot having a new teammate here for race number 9. Certainly, you definitely have to form a new bond with his teammate once again before the Interlagos second race. And a little bit of a driving news right here is that Gangster Hamster will be missing out for the rest of the season as he has a knee injury, and we're definitely wishing him a quick recovery on that. So unfortunately, that leaves House with just one active driver to score points, and that's by the name of Heejin, currently running in 4th place. And of course, we have another driver in the name of Clive. Clive replacing Aldikim in AlphaTauri for the rest of the season. So Aldikim, unfortunately, he has left the AlphaTauri team. No one has determined the reason why he has left the position at AlphaTauri, but it's not what we want to see here. We definitely want to see drivers, permanent drivers, as a matter of fact, sustain the seat for the rest of the season. And unfortunately, Alkim, effective from race 7, calling quits here in the JF and leaving. Certainly, the management team is currently investigating an incident. Of course, we do not want that to happen for future drivers as well. So, a shame for Alkim, considering he's running so well in the driver championship, running in 5th, as a matter of fact. Clive replacing him. In terms of competency here, we have no idea what is his pace like. So I think the only way to find out is to actually get on with it, get on into the qualifying session. So once again, a little news about Interlagos here. So we're in race number 9 in Brazil. The remaining 2 races will be something interesting. We do have requests from drivers who really have a little bit of feedback, and they wish to see circuits unique to the F1 22 game, such as Las Vegas, Miami, China. These 2 circuits unique to the the game feature here in the JF, and I believe that's something that the management has decided to give in and include those races to as the grand finale of the JF this season. So as part of this quartet finale, races 10 and 11 would feature circuits that are unique to the calendar. Newly added tracks such as Miami and Las Vegas uh, will be there. So stay tuned, one and all. For the remaining two races, which will take place once again as a back-to-back finale, they will be held on the 4th and 11th of May, respectively. So don't go anywhere for that. So going back to the current race here in Brazil, once again, total of 18 drivers will be attending today's race, and as such, we'll have a full qualifying session well ahead of us. So once again, we have drivers just gradually joining in the. Oh, it's sorry, it's nine. I'm so fine. Thank you, Ryan, for the correction there. So it is nine. I'm so fine. Well, once again, drivers just completing driver's briefing at this moment in time, and we're just about a few minutes away from the start of qualifying. So, once again, regarding the technical issue earlier, our media team is currently working on it. So, just a moment before, so let's see if we can squeeze in that mini segment before the start of the qualifying session. See how quickly they can sort it out. But yes, welcome everyone all to the stream. I know it is quite a long night here. It's really hot here in Singapore, and obviously, if you can bring it to real life, it is hot here in Brazil. Both countries experiencing a tropical climate, and obviously, if you can look at the weather of Interlagos, a hot and humid climate in Brazil as well. So if you look at it, the weather in Interlagos currently, yes, it's minimum of 23 degrees to a maximum of 31 degrees. So something similar to what we have here in Singapore, and it is sunny. Obviously, we know that the weather in Singapore is hot, sticky. It is really um, wet as well, humid. So definitely, please stay hydrated in this extreme heat wave here in Southeast Asia. But obviously, here in the game, and if you think about Interlagos, there's always this odd chance of rain here in Interlagos. And meanwhile, I think it's sorted out. Our media team thanks a lot there. So we do have a driver's profile here. We have SSD and Nick, both drivers making their debut in season 5, and certainly both drivers know each other really well. So um, here we go. SSD being the lead driver and Nick being the second driver. However, both drivers having a really similar lap times and based on hard lap in Bahrain. Similar pace there, just 3 tenths off. SSD with a 129.4 and Nick with a 129.7. On the driver championships here, it's not really apparent, but SSD is definitely leading Nick in terms of the points. But it's obviously because SSD has attended more races as opposed to Nick. So Nick just not being that strong in terms of the tennis component, and that's certainly bogged down his chances in terms of how well Ferrari can score. So looking at the driver championship, we do have Nick, unfortunately not scoring any points at 0 points. SSTD with 35, running 8th in the championship so far. So Nick, unfortunately, once again, not making an appearance here on the 9th race of the season. So if Nick wants to break out off the bottom pile, he would definitely need to start attending some races here, either in race 10 or race 11. It might be a good finale for Nick, but we have to see till then. So moving on to our remaining team, the AlphaTauri team. We do have Naim Sofine and hopefully I did pronounce his name correctly this time. Naim Sofine and Elkim. So Elkim, unfortunately, well, we know his pace is quick. 1.8 seconds quicker than Nimes, but unfortunately, yeah, both of them rookies. But Elkim definitely something with pace not indicated for that of a rookie. Currently running 5th in the championship. Naim Sofine currently running 16th with just 2 points to his name. Significantly slower compared to Elkim, but obviously been consistent in terms of race finishes. Elkim, unfortunately, leaving prematurely from the AlphaTauri team. We would definitely want to get this graphic updated with Clive of our new debutant to the team. But yes, it is unfortunate to see AlphaTauri just playing stagnant here with the departure of a very quick first driver. So fifth place getting a bit vulnerable for AlphaTauri here. We do have Red Bull in sixth place, just 13 points away and catching up. Let's see who's the Red Bull team joining in today. We do have Phil and Destio. Oh, it's not gonna be good for AlphaTauri here. We do have two really quick Red Bull drivers tonight, and certainly would be chasing AlphaTauri for that fifth place in the Constructors Championship. So it's 9 o'clock Singapore time, and drivers just about to get ready for the qualifying session. A little bit of a delay here. We're just getting drivers to still enter the race lobby. Only 15 drivers in the lobby thus far, waiting for another tree to come in. What I can see from lobby is only Chimkin in the Alfa Romeo running up. He's really eager to get it going here. Chimkin, obviously experiencing lots of enthusiasm. Experiencing lots of enthusiasm towards the JAF of late. I believe he really wants to get going ASAP too. Simple once again joining in. Simple and McLaren once more. Now, just want to express a little bit of Simple. Simple, one of the most enthusiastic drivers. If you think Chicken is enthusiastic, apologies, Simple is one of the most enthusiastic drivers I've ever seen here in the JF. Attended every single race thus far. Attended every single season of the JF thus far as well. And obviously, almost every race he would come over to the stream, drop by and say hello. And there we go, he's saying hola at the start of the stream as well. So thank you, Simpo, expressing enthusiasm for the past 6 seasons. And obviously hoping to see you as a driver once more for the seasons to come. So once again, money on Simpo to continue his streak of driving appearances here in this GF for season 7 and beyond. Think about it, Simpo, his his favorite driver in the current F1 lineup is Fernando Alonso. So once again, we all know Fernando Alonso is a driver who has participated in almost every single Formula 1 season other than the short hiatus back in what year was it, 2019 and 2020. But obviously we know Fernando Alonso is a driver who has been in the F1 driver lineup since 2001, the longest of any driver in the current 20. But Sinpo obviously was looking up to Fernando Alonso. I believe he wants to continue his streak as a GF driver to then as well. Inspiration turned into reality there for Sinpo in the McLaren. But it's unfortunate for Sinpo. We're going to see his teammate Hadris appear. No, it's not in the lobby yet, but hopefully for once, Sinpo would have the assistance of his teammate to help propel himself up the grid for this race. Now, he did mention that Interlagos is one of his favorite circuits. He has been training actively on the circuit over the past 2 days. And of course, once again, welcome to our championship leader here, Roshan Robot, to the stream chat. And obviously, no, in case you're just joining in, this is not a podium interview. It is more of like a podium welcome here. Roshan Robot just coming to the chat and just say hello. Yeah, so perhaps a little bit of a prelude of what's to come. I would expect basic predictions, a Roshan Robot sort of pole and a win. And we're going to see a Grand Slam here? No idea. We do have strong drivers by names of Desio. We have Skipper. We have Brandy. Tacromancer. It's going to be anyone's game. It is Interlagos. And obviously, we know the weather here in Interlagos is dynamic. It is extremely volatile. So, yeah, a little bit of a extra spicy element in order to. Yeah. Oh, the lobby has to be created. Yes, it has to be recreated. So unfortunately, yeah. So unfortunately, it's a little bit of a delay here. So once again, apologies for the inconvenience here and keeping it waiting. Roshan Robot once again giving a bit of Spice here in the chat. Yes, we know. Roshan Robot can seal the championship tonight if he wants. If yeah, I do realize that. But let's not seal the championship tonight, right? I don't want to curse you, Roshan Robot, but I definitely want to see the championship decided on the finale race. But if you want to go to Max Verstappen sort of dominance, go ahead. We can't stop you. So Roshan Robot, obviously confident in his abilities here in Interlagos. Let's remind you that well, Skipper, 42 points behind already. If he wins this race and takes the pole and fastest that point as well, and Skipper finishes second, that extends the lead to 50 points. So, not that I can steal the championship here today again, but Skipper would definitely have to finish in a minimum second if Roshan Robot were to win this race. So, championship permutations becoming all the more apparent at this very closing stages of the JF as well. So, anything can happen, obviously. I understand some of you race fans, some of you calculating behind the scenes in our calculators, hoping the Roshan Robot experiences a DNF this race in order to spice up the championship a little bit. But who knows what's going to happen in the remaining 2 hours of tonight's Grand Prix. Oh, he just is in. So simple. Well, finally, if you want to say, finally, I do have a teammate. So both McLarens will be in right now. Both Aston Martins. Kendra, welcome back to. Welcome back in. So I don't know. See who's remaining here. You have both Hasses on it. No, Heejin's the only Hass here. Gang Samson isn't joining in. Both Red Bulls here. By the names of Destiel and Phil. Williams, we have both Skipper and Ryan again. Both Avataris. We're gonna see both Avataris here, and not yet. So either way, we can't guarantee more than 15 drivers for this race. So just a little reminder, it would not be a short qualifying session. It's gonna be a full qualifying session, and yeah, it's gonna be Q1, Q2, and Q3. So once again, those in chat, if you're just watching, welcome to the JF once more. We're currently on race 9 out of 11, and this is the Brazilian Grand Prix here in Interlagos, and we've been through a very exciting 4 months so far. We started the race and exhibition, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Portimao, and we started race number 1. Race 1 was the Singapore Grand Prix back in the eve of New Year's Eve. Race 2 in France. Race 3, we went a little bit of a European tour. Race 3 in France, race 3 in Belgium, race 4 in Britain. Then we flew to the US in Kota on 9th of March. Then we went back to Europe in Hungary in 23rd March. And then we went with Mexico, Australia. So a bit of continent hopping here. We went over from Europe, in North America in race 5, Europe in race 6, and once again back in North America in race 7, in Oceania in race 8, and now we're back in and we're going to South America here in Brazil in race 9. So things are gonna happen here. A bit of flying, and technically, it's a case of we're doing it virtually, so no such jet lag to affect drivers right here, right now. So just to confirm, the reason for the delay is due to a delayed invite of our new driver Clive. So once again, apologies for that. And Adelino as well. Adelino, a little bit of yeah, is he coming in? Hopefully, he gets it all sorted out. So Johnny Alpine team of Sean Robot. Oh, Adelino, based in Portugal. So first time we're taking Portuguese racer here in the JF. So, once again, a confirmation that we are going now. Drivers are getting ready in the seats, and the green light is on for the drivers' radio up, and we should be able to get going within the next few seconds itself. So, once again, those in chat, put in your qualifying predictions in the chat. Drivers just can't wait to get going. And Ryan just spamming the radio up button. A few minutes as well. And yes, the timer is up. We are about to get some action here in Brazil. So get ready, everybody. No, oh, this. Oh, there we go. Someone just unrated there. So, ah, a little bit of a false hope there, unfortunately. So we just have to wait a little bit more. So once again, apologies for the delay. Once again, there's some issue with the invitation for one of the drivers here, so that explains the delay. Once again, but I believe drivers are just ready to go now. So now we are just about ready to go. But here we go. Hopefully, we do get the race. We get a qualifying session started. And yep, 10 seconds to go. Finally, let's go. Once again, welcome to qualifying. Skies look pretty dark. It is sort of overcast, but the skies look really friendly here, honestly. What I see is that it might just start to pour down any single moment. 18 drivers here in the pits, and once again, I'm about to see something about to happen here. Destel's left session, disconnected there, and we're not seeing any drivers appear out of the garages so far. Was qualifying even started? Yeah, now he has started. Green light is finally on, and here in Interlagos, and I don't know about this weather. It looks suspicious to me, but I'm predicting rain to fall at this rate. I can smell the rain in the air, and I don't think this is gonna be. I can hear drivers. Drivers are really starting to get out of the garages. I think they can't wait. They can't wait to get out. Chimkin is retired for some reason. Interesting. What? Chimkin just chose not to participate in any part of qualifying. He wants to start from the back, isn't he? Interesting there. He just chose to get out of the car. Is there an issue with the car? Does he choose not to participate in qualifying? What does he want to do? What's Chimkin's strategy? I have no idea what's going on with the Alfa Romeo team. What do we see with Ramen? Ramen is not did anything, but Ramen is qualified. Both Alfa Romeos are out of qualifying. Well, Ramen has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Chimkin has retired from the session. Yeah, so Chimkin, we've just received notification that Shimgen has decided not to take any part of qualifying, and that's the reason why. But Ramen has been disqualified. 2 drivers already out of qualifying. That leaves us with just 1 elimination, 1 driver to be knocked out of qualifying here in Interlagos in Q1. So what's gonna happen here is really interesting. Now, let's go on board for first driver there. First driver to set a lap. But it's gonna be Heejin, always the first driver to set a lap. Let's go on board with him to start a lap of Interlagos. Now, Heejin through the first sector now. Pretty decent. Let's go on the throttle. Let's see what his first sector gonna be. Flat throughout here. He's coming in front of the Aston Martin. This is 17-2 for Heejin. Now, behind him, we do have Brandy He, purple sector 1. So Brandy He is certainly going a little bit faster compared to Heejin. So just a 10 faster than Heejin so far. Heejin sector 2. Let's look at Heejin once again. Not pushing as quickly as what I expected. Heejin's just getting it easy so far. He just wants to play it safe, knowing that just the first part of qualifying. Does not need to push, knowing that only 1 driver is getting eliminated. 52-4 in the second sector. And oh, it matches Brandy He's time. Oh, Brandy He. Oh, okay. So Heejin getting a purple sector 2 as opposed to Brandy. Let's see what Heejin can set on his first lap. It's a 109.6 from Heejin. What about Brandy? He's also played for in sector against faster. Brandy He 2/10 faster than Heejin in the final sector. What about Hedris? Hedris half a second, so Skipper goes P1. Almost over half a second faster. Hedris, that's a 1:09.9. Now, what about drivers that we're seeing? Sky. Sky now over to the Sky's made a mistake somewhere. We do have some drivers. Sinpo going 1:11.6. That's significantly slower compared to that competition there. Let's see what were some drivers for the current highlights. Look at Kendra. Kendra was using a toe out of Heejin early on. Kendra on the higher part of, we haven't been paying attention to him so far, but Kendra's on a really, really quick lap. As of now, can he go in faster? He can! But Roshan going second there. Just 2 100s off Skipper, but I think Kendra's got some big gap between Roshan and Brandy. Pretty decent left from Kendra. Let's see what we can do. No, it's going. No, it just cuts a little bit of the lane. And there's a 1:09.255. Just it's Alpha. Sorry, it's Aston Martin 3 and 4 now. Takromancer is now pushing all the way to the final corner and all the way. Oh, he backed off. So Takromancer is choosing not to go to lap. Clive now continue. What's the Clive's lap time gonna be? So let's talk about Clive. Once again, debutant in this race and does it 109.8, decent lap time, and it goes up to P6. Phil, only our final driver to set lap time. Till, once again, in the iconic Red Bull car, we always know Till in. This time around, what's he going to set? Is it going to be a strong lap? It is a strong lap, goes to P7. What about his teammate, Desio, has invalidated his lap time on the medium compound tires. Certainly has to go again, so Desio, unfortunately, we don't see that many mistakes from Desio in the first place, but he has to go again. So far, we do have only 12 laps on the board so far. We have Sky, Ryan, for sales strategy. That's Adelino, not saying lap time yet. Desio, and as well as the 2 Alfa Romeos already being knocked out in Q1, and not just the lap time. They're effectively the only participant in qualifying, and they're going to have to sit out and do a bit of reflection here of what. Meanwhile, let's go on board with Desio to see how's his lap time on the mediums going to be. So here's this on Desio, and let's go on board with him. The answer is he's back off. So we're not going to get anything from Desio, unfortunately, but we are going to get things from Kendra. Kendra's obviously pushing. Let's go with Kendra, who's looking for to improve his lap time. Does Kendra improve on the first sector? The answer is yes, a 17.0 there. It's 2/10 faster compared to what he was saying earlier. Kendra's on the push lap, is definitely trying to get up close to the top 2. Now, we haven't spoken much about Kendra this season. Attendance-wise, not really that satisfactory, but this time he's showing it on track. Their performance, a sub 52, so far as he passes through the second sector. Kendra now pushing, using that toe from the Williams around him to. Oh, he's hitting, but either way, he's got a good toe there. He's a good run as well, and does 108.8. Just a tenth off behind Skipper and the purple sector 3. So all to play for here in terms of who's getting pole, and Destel's run off track. Just off sector 2. It's currently on a hot lap there. We have Sky and Ryan on a hot lap. So let's look at Sky first. Sky 3.26 in the second sector. So Sky is currently on run to the final sector and towards the long straight. Foot flat to the floor as it enables DRS push the line, and what's it going to be? It's 109.7. It goes P6. What about Ryan? Ryan currently across sector 2 is 17.4 for the first sector. It's got a little bit of traffic in front of it. It's Aston Martin. It gets past pretty easily. Right now, it's slow. How's sector 2 going to be for him? Oh, not a good sector 2. It's definitely slow. Sector 2. Is he going to compromise his lap time? So that's his final sector. Still going to be 1 line? It's still going to be. No, it's going to 110. It's 110.0. But a very interesting midfield right now. We do have from Brandy He, just 1 second separates Brandy He in 4th, all the way to just 7/10 separate Brandy He in 4th to SS30 in 11th. So the midfield is going to be really interesting here, and certainly is going to decide who makes it to the final knockout in Q3 and who doesn't. Heejin now improves to 109.1 before ahead of Brandy He. Idris is on an extremely quick lap. As we look at it, the McLaren driver 4/10 faster in sector 2. It's a fantastic lap from Simple's teammate here. It's a fantastic second sector as well. How fantastic will this final sector be? It is fantastic. Not a personal best, but it's enough to pull him up into 6th position. A 109.541 for Idris. What about Naim so far? It's on a... No, it's... Oh, maybe. I think this is his first real push lap there. That 160.5 definitely certainly was a bit mistake there. So a 1. Well, what's that lap going to be from Naim so far? It's an improvement, but only stays 13th fastest, 111.8. Assuming those improve, assuming there's an improvement there, I don't think that's going to be enough. Well, what's going to happen? Drivers on the hot lap so far? I don't think so. No drivers on the hot lap so far. So let's bring you through the current standings at this point of time. We do have Skipper leading with a 108.741, Roshan Robot with 108.765, then Kendra with 108.853. Our top 3 so far just separated by 10 of a second, but certainly they would be safe, and that's the reason why Skipper's out of this car so far and decided not to take any further part in Q1. That time for 108.7 should be on C3. Meanwhile, let's have a look at Adelino. First time lap from Adelino. Let's see how does he master this segment here. Adelino obviously having a lot of experience on the rig. Certainly, I'm thinking it's going to be a stock lap time right here. Not a decent first sector there, 17.6, already 6 cents slower compared to our fastest lap time. So it's all to work for in the second and third sectors. As we see, it's causing all kinds of issues in. I don't know what's going on there with Destiel. You don't normally see it from him. SS38 has the back off of his lap time though. He's also on the medium compound tires. Now Adelino, going back on the board of him. Negotiates the tire 3C sector 2 all the way downhill once again. It's slow as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's I'm sure he's using this as a warm lap or something, but it's not enough. But on second lap time, let's go on board of him. and we enjoy how is he gonna handle this. Oh, no, no, no. So he is back up from the lap time, unfortunately, so we're not getting any sort of quick lap down. But Sky is quick. Sky is extremely quick. So that is at a sub 17 in the first sector, as to speak. Unfortunately for Adelino, that says that's going to be a P13 at best for him, unless he can do something about it. But look at Sky. Sky is up to 7. And certainly this is going to be a stocking lap from Sky. Do not count it up so far. We have not been talking about him. But this is a dark horse attempt here. But, oh, he's at the same lap time. That was not a decent second sector for him. And does not improve at all. So Sky says 7th. No, unfortunate there for him. So, as it stands, still drivers in the pit. We're not seeing any sort of improvement so far. Even from SS today, he's backing off. So, well, let's take a break right here. We've just 4.5 minutes remaining. So far, surprisingly, we're not seeing Desio trying to push for any sort of lap time he's trying to set. So I've got a feeling he's trying to start from the rear of the field as well. So it could be a strategy, a similar strategy from Chimkin as well. Desio has improved to 199. We all know Desio is on his real pace. But one driver who's on state real pace. Packers left the session there. White. But SSTD is on a real pace there. This is good lap time. And oh, he goes P5. A 109.297. So more drivers are getting at risk of getting knocked out. So right now, is it going to be Desio? Is it going to be Techromancer? Who else is it going to be at risk? Well, Desio decided. Oh, he's retired from the session. Why? He decided to call it quits. Yes, decided to call it quits. So Desio will start from 16th on the grid. Surprising. So that's the end of Q1. There's no point in running anymore. So our 3 retirements for this for the first stage of Q1. 2 Alfa Romeos by the names of Ramen and Chimkin and Desio. We still do have drivers trying to go out for practice lap. Well, 2 minutes remaining, and we do have Nime so fine. Still going on the hot lap. Let's see what we can do. So, is he pushing? Nah, he's back off. I think his team just relayed the news to him, saying, "Yeah, your time is enough. You do have sufficient retirements, so you can just simply coast here on the second and save those tires." Kendra though. Kendra's. Oh, he's on the mediums. Oh, personal best on the mediums. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, runs wide. And that's track limits. So Kendra, that time is gonna. Well, he's binned it. He's not gonna do it anymore. And for the interest of the flow of this current Grand Prix, most drivers deciding to co-quiz and progress in the Q2 instead. So most drivers are already getting out of the carpets. We still do have Kendra. And surprisingly, we do have McLaren out on track, and Simple's out on track as well. Practice laps? I have no idea, but Simple and Adelino, both of them running 12th and 13th. You would suppose that they are here to use the remainder of Q1 as a de facto practice session to what's to come in Q2 and Q3. So far the weather's held off, and it's not raining, it's just overcast here in Interlagos, so kind of optimal from what I'm saying. Adelino on a hot lap, and he's not done a personal best in Sector 1, so that's not what he wants to do for the remainder of qualifying. Definitely want to try and improve on lap time instead of he's not very confident on the corners. The Alpine's really edgy here. Something is similar, reminiscent of the 2024 Alpines. This is not a good car to drive, especially on the long corners. It's like driving on a keyboard. The lines are off, and he's so unstable on the steering. The cars are sliding everywhere, and that's why he's losing so much time. The guy has lost even more time in Sector 2, already half a second off from his personal best, and I don't think you can catch up that much on the final sector unless you can good run. That's it, the lap is gone, and he's going to compete anyway. He's going to compete anyway, but it's the final sector. Any consolation prize from Marcel Schilling? Yes, it is a personal best final sector, but still 3/10 off his personal best time. So, what about Sinpo? Sinpo, not a personal best Sector 1, but I'm certain he's going to complete the lap anyway. Finds the line. Covers this perfectly. Nicely done indeed for Sinpo. Oh, decent Sector 2 from Sinpo. 7/10 up compared to previous attempt. Oh, you'll be rooting Sinpo on for this lap. That's it, what's going to be. Oh, this is a fantastic lap from Sinpo. Can he get ahead of Ryan? If you're going to put this head-to-head, can he get ahead of Ryan? He has the mini toe from the car in front of him. He does not. 110.712, but good enough to join the 110 party. Still, Q2 to Q3 would be a bit of an issue to him. But that's about it for qualifying. So eliminated once again, we have Desiel with a lap time of 1:19.9, Chimkin and Ramen in the two Alfa Romeo teams. I think they are already discussing what went wrong there, and I'm pretty certain Alfa Romeo would be reporting disqualification to the stewards. But either way, let's move on to Q2. Interestingly, from what I'm seeing here, 10 different drivers from 10 different teams, 9 different drivers from 9 different teams in the top 10, if it stays this way. Aston Martin, the only team to have both drivers in the top 10. And that's it for Q1. Oh, we do have a little bit of an incident there. By our steward, our current steward here is Executor 5, former race driver here. Executor 5, raising a little bit of an issue there for a driver failing to set the lap during qualifying, and that incident is currently under investigation for our race stewards. So, who the driver is, we have no idea. But we're just about to find out who's that driver going to be. But we do have a driver who's currently under investigation. We keep it updated so far, but I'm pretty certain that's against the JAF regulations, and we are about to see some penalties coming your way. But look at that, the number of drivers coming out at the start of Q2 is phenomenal. Drivers getting impatient to get out, and oh, it's how many drivers are coming out so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. Drivers in the mat rush to get out ahead of the two Williams. Having the garages at the end of the pit lane, they have that advantage to get out first. So Skipper and Ryan, we've got two drivers coming. Skipper's the lead Williams, Ryan's the second, and I'm pretty certain that Skipper would really want to give Ryan his teammate a bit of a toe across the long straight in order to have a get the Q3. Now we all know Ryan was just off the Q3 time. He finished P11 in Q1. I'm pretty certain with that toe by his teammate, it might be possible to get us both Williams into into Q2 as well, Q3 as well. So let's go by Ryan to see what time he can set with his toe between his teammates. So let's go by Ryan and see how far does that toe bring him. An incompleted lap from Ryan. That's it. The dirty air from his teammate in front has cost him there. And now he's getting away of traffic. He needs to be careful. Let's go on board with Skipper. Skipper. Oh, that's a fantastic sector 2. Oh, a 51.4 across that. And I think that's going to be a fantastic time here from Skipper. Unfortunately, not giving his teammate that toe that he needs. And Ryan has to go again. But Skipper, across the finish line, is a 108.9. Not quite as good as compared to his previous attempt. What about Brandy He? Brandy He, 109.2. Kendra, right behind. Oh, this driver has spun there. Kendra spun on medium compound tires. So, driver's bidding it at the very last moment. What about Hedris? Oh, this is going to get a gas and it's invalidated as well. More drivers affected by the tough collisions here. I have no idea what's causing this, but the pressure cooker is on. Sky goes to 109.3, Peach in 109.4, and drivers all over now. What about Clive? Clive is coming through in final sector. With this sector 2 as well. But across the line he goes. There's a 109 as well. 109.490. And now SG2 and Adelino both on to the finals. The long straight there. What is it going to be from Adelino? It's going to be a 1 minute. That's a 1 minute 10, isn't it? Oh no, 1:11.1 from Adelino. SG2 right behind using that toe to go a 1:09.2. Goes P2 with that. Hedris now into sector 2. It's going to be Hedris after invalidating lap time. Is he trying to set the lap again? No, he's back off. So Hedris will have to recharge again and go again. Only 10 times on the board so far. So drivers continually making mistakes here and there about. And well, I have no idea what's going on, but certainly the intricacies of this track, well, definitely not for everyone here. As we look at Sinpo, who's just starting his lap. Drivers we can look at, we have Nimes, he's completing it. Right now improves to 1:10.4. Just see Tio and Skipper as well. Yeah, but Sinpo is the only driver to continue that. Interesting, Kendra and Rashawn are oh, Sinpo's invalidated! Sinpo's invalidated his lap! So that's it for Sinpo. Hedris has also invalidated his lap time. So drivers falling afoul of the track limits right now. But what about this driver? Our current championship leader, Rashawn Robot, about to start his flying lap on the medium compound tires as he goes through the long straight on his out lap. Let's go on board with him and see how does that medium compound tires last here in Interlagos. call that decent. I call that phenomenal. 1088, and that brings him to the top of the standings on the medium compound tires. And that certainly should be enough to see him into Q3. Fantastic left from Roshan Robot, and I'm pretty certain you are shocked as well. Kendra as well goes 109.3 on the medium compound tires. Nowhere near Roshan Robot, but it should be a lap time, which will seem true. Now, what about Taku Mensa, who is and validated as well, so unfortunate for him. Simple has once again invalidated his lap time and is forced to pit, so a lot of drivers falling afoul of the track limit rules here, and that's really unfortunate. What about Clive? Clive is starting his lap time. Let's see whether he can improve from the camera on line 4 there. It is pretty edgy for him. You don't really want to be in that position right now, but either way, 9 drivers separated, the top 9, just separated by just 1 second currently. It's going to be intense right here as Clive does the personal best sector 1. Pretty certain should see him through in Q3, provided he does not make any mistake in sector 2. So what can Clive do? Again, replacing Elvikivia, who's 9 so far, and must be hoping that his new teammate will be at the same caliber as Elvikiv, which probably it is. If you lap times now, Clive is about 2 seconds. Oh, it's back off. So no idea what happened there. It's back off really suddenly. What about Taku Mensa? Taku Mensa, just saying, Brent, he's just going quits. Taku Mensa, 120.7. What happened there? Taku Mensa just something back as well. Oh. He's trying to go again. Yes, I think he's trying to go again. Possible best. Nice. 18-4. Not so taco-ish, from what I see. But, well, some drivers just choosing to stand back a little. The lap times, well, this should. Taco is running all the time. He can't afford to stand back that much. He's on full energy so far, not really using his ERS. Let's see, Kijin improved to second. 1.88 on the soft compound tires, but I don't think Taco is going to sandbag this one out. I think he's going to set a proper lap time, albeit a bit slow. He's trying to do it. Roshan Robot improves man on 310s to 1.85. That's pretty unexpected. We did see him pit as well. Well, Taco is choosing pit. Very interesting. I have no idea what's going on. So, not quite. Unfortunately, not quite catching on the action here. Apologies for the cameras. So, Hickermancer, choosing not to take any further about qualifying, so he's going to finish 14th at best. Sinpo, not coming out so far. Only driving on the standard lap time. It's coming a little bit by surprise. Clive said, Clive, he said a pit entry ball out into the entry. Will that be taken into note by the stewards? Clive has hit the pit entry board, and the stewards, I'm certain, will take note of that because I don't think it's supposed to hit that. Yeah, the pit entry board is now missing, and I don't think the stewards are going to take that very lightly as well. So, a little bit, I think it's going to be noted there. As you see, Ryan currently running in 11th. Will he improve on his lap time? He has to make up 4 tenths ahead of Idris to get out of get out into Q3. Idris at 110.0, Ryan currently at 110.4. Ryan has improved by 2 tenths in the first sector. So that's a significant improvement. He's getting more cautiously through the long right-hander there. He does not want to invade his own that time. And this was very messed up his lap earlier. Just losing at the front end. So Ryan just taking a more cautious approach here. He's a midfield there somehow. He does nothing to lose. So just once again lap time completed. This was a proper indicated lap time on the board. So now Ryan is now 1 second up. Where did the lap time come from Ryan? I didn't see that coming, but it's a phenomenal lap time from Ryan. Can that translate into a Q3 appearance from Ryan here? He's definitely not going to pit there. He's not going to ditch that. Fantastic! 109.193 from Ryan. Where did that come from Williams driver. Oh, we thought the tow was needed for a skipper, but Ryan just did it all by himself. Oh my goodness me. So currently a Williams second row right now with a skipper of 1089 and Ryan of 109.1. That lap time for Ryan absolutely out of nowhere there for a fourth place finish. And if he finishes in that position for Q3, Williams are in for a big points haul tonight. So what about Nimes and Adelino? Both of them still trying to improve in the lap times. Nimes is certainly slightly improving on his lap time now. What can Nimes do to try to rescue himself? Does not improve, unfortunately. I think back out the end. What about Adelino? Adelino, not personal best so far, but pretty evenly matched out. Oh, it's invalidated it. Ah, he ran too much to the left. So that lap time's not going to count from Adelino. Not that's a personal best anyway. So he's going to stay there. He's going to stay there. And Kendra currently running at 9th. Well, we haven't been talking about him, but he is. That's going to be a danger zone lap there. 1093 may not be enough for him to go to Q3. But so far, well, we do see a big gap between Clive in P10 and the knockout zone, which is led by Hedris at 110.0. But that could change at any moment. You never know if any driver's going to pull out a Ryan at the very end. As Kendra, well, that's a significantly improved lap. I think this is going to put him to the top of the power standings. Okay, we'll look at Kendra. He goes to the top of the power. 108.4. And the lap times are coming down. The poker hands are getting shown on screen right now. It's no longer Roshan Robot, but we have drivers are showing who's boss at the end of this. They are all trying to deny Roshan Robot. Well, they do not want the championship to end here, I guess. They want the championship to continue towards the penultimate race of the season. That is it. So, the first hands are being shown here. What hands are going to be shown at the end of Q3 later? But now, currently, we have Sinpo. Sinpo is currently on a hot lap. Let's get on board with him. This is his once and only chance. Let's see how I can do. It is not enough for Sinpo. Sinpo's not out in Q2. What about his teammate? Hedris currently running in 11th. Are we going to see both McLarens getting knocked out here? It is faster here. It is faster. It's a great sector from Hedris. What about the final sector? He has to make up a bit more time in order to get himself rescued in the Q3. Is it going to be Clive? Is it going to be Hedris? It is going to be... Hedris makes it to the line! Oh my goodness me! Oh my god! He just improved at the very final moment. 72 milliseconds from Hedris. That was a separation between Q2 and Q3. Clive is knocked out in Q2. He got overconfident. He decided to retire, and that is it. That 72 milliseconds was the difference between Q2 and Q3. McLaren have a car into Q3. Who would have thought that would happen? But oh my goodness. We thought it was 6 cents. That 6 cents was obliterated by a blistering final sector from Hedris. And that, how quick was that final sector? 2 tenths quicker compared to his first attempt. Fantastic lap from Hedris, honestly. So here's the top 3 currently. Kendra on the softs with 108.4. Roshan Robot with 108.5 on the mediums. And Skipper 108.8 on the softs. But obviously Nothing's happening between himself and Heejin in 4th, with just 12 milliseconds to spare. The final showdown is ready. Q3. Here we go. So the dark gloomy skies we've seen in Q1, they are already gone. We have the sun who is out, just currently out, shining straight up on the McLaren garage. Is it? Is that the McLaren garage we're looking at? Yeah, it is a McLaren garage. So, well, perhaps we'll see Hydris getting a bit of tire temperatures before, from the extra sunlight, before the rest go on. Maybe Hydris maybe get a shock pull, who knows? But yes, we have drivers already setting out on their initial laps. And not surprisingly, we have all drivers on the softs this time. No point going on the mediums. So, what are we gonna see right here? Hydris coming out. So, currently, we already have 7 out of 10 drivers out on track. We do have a bit of argy-bargy with Heejin, as well as one of the Alpines right there. Is it Alpine? No, it's no, that's Skipper. Skipper and Heejin is looking a bit argy-bargy, and Heejin is invalidating lap on the out lap. Warming his tires a little bit too much, a little bit necessary. Yes, Heejin, consistent Q3 appearances here in season 6. Looking forward to further extend that to 10 races to come the next race in Las Vegas. Heejin, currently now in Q3, going to set a benchmark lap time here in Interlagos for Q3. So let's go with Heejin on the Haas and how he negotiates that. Through the first few corner. Sector 1, pretty crucial there. Indication of how well are you doing. Is a sub 17, decent lap from Heejin so far. What about Skipper? 16.7. Oh, that's quick. That is quick from Skipper. Don't think anyone's gonna beat that, or is it? Quite. But Heejin indicated lap. Compared to 17.1 behind him. Heejin. Let's see how sector 2 is gonna be for him. It's gonna be rather crucial for Heejin to try to do something about it. Sector is 51.7. Really good, but it's going to be good enough against Skipper. Skipper from a fantastic second sector, 51 flat. Oh, this is going to be no match. But Heejin is definitely going purple in 5 seconds. He was the first car to get in. It's 108.7 from Heejin. Very good final sector, but not as good as Skipper. 107.870. First lap time into the 107, and that is stalking indeed. Sky 108.9, SSA 109.6. More lap time is coming in. What about Roshan Robot? Is invalidated his lap time? Oh no, he's gone. First time gone for Roshan Robot. Kendrick's also invalidated his lap time. What about Hydris? What about Teal? The only 2 drivers left to set a lap time. Hydris with a decent second sector as well. What's that final time going to be? Is it going to be 108, 109? It is the 108.8 goes P3 for Hydris. That hidden pace is now unraveled here for Hydris. Till has decided to back out of his lap. Now, what about Roshan? Roshan, is he going to set a second lap? Let's have a look. Can Roshan Robot get anywhere near what Skipper has said? That whole gauntlet is shown. But he is indeed using his ERS right now. He's pushing. He's pushing for a second push lap. Is it purple? It's not purple. It is not a decent time for Roshan Robot. It's 17.0. He must have used some bit of his size right now, and that has compromised. Already a quarter of a second slower than Skipper there is Roshan Robot. So Roshan needs to find the time in the final 2 sectors in order to stay competitive here. But a whopping 9/10 of a second between Skip and Heejin. Oh, there's some daylight between for Skipper there. Who knew that he's gonna do that? We thought Rashawn Robot on mediums is quick. Oh hell no, Skipper was sandbagging there, I believe. Rashawn Robot, he made up lots of ground in second sector. Oh, purple second sector attack. So, all to play for here. Rashawn Robot. Oh, we know how important action is off the final corner is important. What Higgs has it to get the Q2, but Rashawn Robot to potentially get himself on pole. He's not on pole, but it's in the middle. 108.1, and that's it. The first sector of Rashawn Robot was what cost him a potential run at pole, but Skipper, with that 107.8, that was a stonking lap time set by Skipper, and Rashawn Robot will have to consider how is he trying to find the 310s in order for him to get past it. Now, the final lap time to be set is by Ryan. What can Ryan do here? It's not good. It's not good from Ryan. Definitely not something which I think is a 109. Probably a 110. Set. He's gone to the final corner. Let's try to align this car perfectly and points it towards the finish line. It is going to be a 1. Oh no, it's 197. So Ryan has been really quick on the final sector so far, and I think that's worked out. It's paid out good dividends for him. So we have a huge gap between, not a huge gap, but somewhat of a 2 or 3 tenths sort of range between Skipper, Rashawn, and Kendra. Then we have a long, well, a very competitive field between P4 and P10. Now, less than a second separate them. So also play for that for who's going to start on the second row and potentially have a good run out of the leaders out on the next run. So the first runs are all done and dusted. So the first blood goes to Skipper with 107.8. So comparing the sector times between Skipper and say Rashawn Robot. So purple lap times. Fastest sector 1 goes to Skipper with 16.766. Fastest sector 2 goes to Rashawn Robot with 24.260. Fastest sector 3 goes to Skipper as well, 16.774. So obviously, again, Skipper's a potential one here. And now let's go on board with Heejin. He's now starting another hot lap. Has invalidated it immediately out of the first corner. That is it. He needs to go again. What about Sky? Very interesting lineups. Managing to balance the car, put it in the right places as he goes into the first sector. What's his lap time going to be? As cutting across the first beam. It's not personal best even. It's half a tenth down. Certainly it can be recovered as the lap progresses on. SS38 right behind him is the start of the lap is improved by 2 tenths, 17.1. So Sky and SS38 both have even sector 1 timings. So it's all to play for sector 2. And Sky has a little bit of a slip up and he's back off. He's back traffic and thanks for Heejin. Right from him. What about SS38? I don't think he's given up. SS38 is on a hot lap still. He's still going for it. And the gap between TL is about 0.4 of a second with just 3 minutes remaining. To try and find a way past. He finds a way past. And it is... Oh, he's improved a lot. He's improved a lot. Half a second up already. So this lap time is certainly going to be a good one from SS38. Heejin does not improve, obviously. SS38. What is this going to be? It's going to be a great lap. Improves to P6. A 108.919. And there's a lot of lap times between Heejin and 108.7 to Sky in P8. 108.9. It's extremely competitive if you think about it. But what about Heejin, who's not... Oh, he's not setting a personal best even in Sector 1. Heejin on the hot lap. And currently, still not quite there. Sky's invalidated his lap again. So Heejin's only or effectively... Well, our only hot lap runner so far on the Haas. Can Heejin start on the front row? The front 2 rows once again? Can that sustain? This car rotated off. Oh, what a slip there. So we see many drivers slipping at that low speed corner before the downhill section. That's cost him time. That's obviously cost him time. He's only 3 tenths down, and certainly, I think he's back off. I think he's back off. That's it. He just not going to improve on that lap time. But more time's coming on the board right now. Let's see, Brandy He. Brandy He's improved. Currently running in 7th. He's 7/100ths up on his previous attempt. Brandy He and Aston Martin now going all the way uphill to the middle section of the track. He's going on to the Lojinha corner. Long right-hander down into the Pinarino. Just finding a balance of the car there, but just so consistent there is Brandy He. Trying to get time in as it goes down to sector 2. It is going to be, oh, is that 2 tenths up? That should be decent. It should be enough to get himself alongside Heejin if it works. Is it going to work for him? So Brandy He is now going to set a 108.6, goes up to P4, and right in front of Heejin as well. But he's only a minute left to cool down and go again. So is that enough? That's a bigger question. Kendra, now. Kendra's, oh, he's up. 3 tenths up there. There's a purple sector 2 from Kendra. What can Kendra set as it goes out to the final corner? Kendra's really pushing for it now. Can we see anything, any sort of magic from Kendra? The magic is, oh, stays P3, 181, doesn't start P3 and best. What about Skipper? Skipper's trying to improve on his previous attempt, not a personal best, sector 1. But Skipper really trying as hard as possible to break some records here. Are we going to see any magic from our current pole sitter? You know, Theo look out those two drivers on an outlet, man, with Hedris and Theo on hot lap, but Skipper so far. Oh, is he on a grass? Is he on a grass? He's been it. Yeah, he's been it. He's became a lawnmower and he's cut across. So that time is staying at 107.8. And oh, Roshan's invalidated his lap. So Roshan is starting P2. He's not going to improve. But what about Hedris? Hedris is up by a 10th of a second. Theo's right behind him. So keep an eye out of the McLaren and the Red Bull here. Skipper has provisional pole so far, and with his competition already obliterated. So that is it for Roshan Robot, Kendra, and Brandy He. What about Hedris though? Hedris is only real competition as we speak. Theo has not set a personal best sector 1. But what about Hedris? Can Hedris do something about it? Barely making it through Q2, through Q3, and here in Q3, making a huge impression there. And not a personal best lap in sector 2 for Hedris. Already quarter a second up. Can he improve further? Is he going to get up to the second row? Is he going to split to Aston Martins? In fact, yes! A 108.5 for the McLaren driver, and that's fantastic. Theo's not improving so far, unless he can set a magical final sector here. Can Phil at least get ahead of Ryan, who has set the exact same time as Sky? So, no answers, no. Theo is going to finish 10th here, so that is it. Brandy He pits. So there you have it. Our pole position time, a 107.870 from Skipper, set during his first run. No track manipulation needed. Skipper is a pole sitting here in Interlagos. Oh. So here you have it, your final qualifying results. Skipper for 107.8, 1/4 of a second quicker than our current championship leader, Roshan Robot. Then we have Kendra nearly behind, just 6/100ths behind Roshan Robot. Hedris 7/10ths behind. Brandy He 8/10ths. Heejin closely behind as well. SS38, Sky, Ryan, and Theo all closely behind. Surprisingly now, the whole field separated by just 1.3 seconds. In fact, 1 second separating Roshan Robot and Phil in 10. So a very, very tightly contested um, midfield we're having here. And let's not forget, we have drivers who are limited in the QC. Big names like Techromancer. We have Destiel out as well. So, well, what is going to happen here? And once again, Kendra inside the driver's briefing room, giving his congratulations to Skipper. That no one definitely expected that. I think that's a great level away from Skipper, no doubt about it. But I understand that it is a long night, it's a hot night here in Singapore. Rest well, and of course, stay hydrated as we go for a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we have a long race to come later. Stay tuned, everybody. So welcome back. Welcome back to the post qualifying show. Here in this ninth race out of 11. And once again, if you just joined us, we're here in Interlagos. Basically the Brazilian Grand Prix here in the JF. So in case you just joined us, here are the qualifying results here. We do have Skipper with a whopping 1078 lap time. Uh, and of course we have Skipper. Then Rashawn Robot in second. Then we have Kendra in third. Uh, very closely contested qualifying so far, and obviously there's a crucial results. There is here we have a very tightly contested performance here, but for Q1 it is a it is going to be kind of a controversial one, I must say, because we have two Alfa Romeos eliminated at the start. They did not even set a qualifying lap time, and of course we have Ramen getting disqualified by the gaming session, so he's gonna start at the back. But interestingly, we have I has Chimkin not setting any lap um for Q1, and obviously opting to start at the back, opting to retire from the session, and now that's the driver. That's the driver who is under investigation by our race stewards because you ought to set a lap time in qualifying before you're allowed to race. So that incident is already being investigated by our dedicated steward, Executive 5, this and this race. So obviously we would want drivers to participate in every single qualifying session. I mean in real life Formula One, um, drivers are not only supposed to set an indicative lap time, they are sort of supposed to set a lap time within 107% of the pole lap time in Q1. So obviously we do have drivers who are just say Decio with that 1 minute 19 lap time. Rightfully that shouldn't qualify in real life. They have to go see race control and try to get a good justification why the lap time wasn't in that 107%. But thankfully here in the JF, the rules only say that you have to set a lap time in qualifying in order to progress in the race. But now we do have a little bit of a incident right here where a driver has not set a lap time, and certainly, uh, there's no lap time set by Chimkin, and the stewards are already investigating that, and Chimkin would definitely have to explain himself to the stewards right away. So speaking of lap times, uh, we do want to focus on some lap times here. We do sometimes go on breaks, the commentary cuts, and we just let you enjoy the sound effects of the Formula One engines here. Oh, I mean, I know it's part of the game, but it's a nice sound. I mean, I believe E has done a good job in trying to replicate the real life Formula One V6 engines. So with some of those lap times, we do take note of some notable ones, to perform a quick analysis of some drivers who are on the hot laps and try to bring you a good idea on how these drivers are negotiating these laps. And one driver that is catching our interest here is Sinpo in the McLaren with that 1 minute 10.521 on the soft tires in Q2. So if you do recall, Sinpo has only sat that one particular lap on the soft tires in Q2, having invalidated his previous two attempts. So obviously, if you have already invalidated both of laps, you can tell he's so emotionally frustrated at that curve, that left-hander into the Desceda de Largo, where most notably known for the Leclerc Sainz incident back in 2019. It's not Leclerc Sainz, a Vettel and Leclerc incident back in 2019. Simple just happened to run wide there, and in reality, in real life, that would have been an invalidated lap time. Thankfully for Simpo, this lap time still counted, and he was able to progress up into PB12. Considering the game did not invalidate his lap time, he did set the 110 in the end with a decent sectors 2 and 3 to put himself 12 in the order. And surprisingly, well, I don't think race country have a look at that, but in the GF here in the esports, we do leave it to the game to decide whether that lap time should be invalidated or not. So Simple getting away lucky with this one, but noting for the rest of the lap, look at Simple how it negotiates each corner. Like lap one, he has run right. The line was compromised, and he's forced to take a little bit of a tighter line. He's supposed to pinch the apex down into turn two, and that definitely has compromised his exit in his turn three. And if you look at his delta, if you are the driver in the McLaren, look at the delta right now. You would know you're down in time, and but that definitely has lost you time, and emotionally it affects you as a whole as a driver. And knowing that you have run wide, and you know you're so panicky to gain all that lost time back, even though you didn't invalidate a lap. And look at him, he's just trying to like get his emotions in check and just trying to complete the lap as well. But you know that emotion is not guaranteed, and the very technical section too is going to take a toll on you. Look how much he's struggling with the car there, just trying to get onto the correct parts of the track, just trying to analyze, trying to map it out, think of where do you want to put the car in the right parts of the circuit, and that's the problem Simply was facing there. And with that relative lack of pace, he was not able to make it in the Q3 like his teammate Hidris. I mean, huge hats off to Hidris there in his teammate, making a huge move for McLaren there, and obviously, shockingly, well, well, narrowly making the Q3 in the 10th place, just 72 milliseconds, the difference between making the Q3 and getting knocked out into the extent of finishing P4 and splitting both Aston Martins as well. So that was really fantastic there from Simple. So meanwhile, we're looking at the standings so far for the qualifying analysis. So currently, we want to look at the predictions for some drivers. Who is going to finish in pole? Who is our pole able to convert his way into a race win? So Skipper currently 107.8, but let's not discount Roshan Robot here. Starting on the front row, he would definitely have an inside line into turn one, and we all know that turn one's so important here in Interlagos, and especially in the race. You do not want to lead the race because you're going to give the DRS to the driver behind. So it could be a strategic move from Roshan to finish in P2, not want to take pole. Oh no, I mean, who knows? It's going to be a question mark on who's going to start pole and whether the poster can keep that pole and convert into a race win as well. So drivers just getting ready right now, and I think more or less we will be getting started in just over a minute's time. And again, we have our formation lap. So here's a formation lap right here. Drivers getting ready, and up we go. Here it is, Skipper. We'll lead it back in the formation lap. So we have a look at the potential race strategies for the race. Let's have a look at the race strategies. Two. The game is not showing that race strategy so far. So, there we go. So the possible race strategies we saw on the hearts hit between lap 19 and 27 and go to mediums, or two start with mediums to hards. And obviously, starting the hards would be advisable, but that is if it's going to be a clean first sector race. If you get an early safety car, then that's going to defeat the purpose of that strategic advantage on the hard. So let's have a look at drivers right now. A mixture of strategies of who's starting on mediums and who's starting on hards. So we are about to see lots of pace differential between the field right here. So we will expect Skipper and Roshan Robot to steer clear on the field. They have to work together as a team to try to steer clear with a very quick Kendra in P3, as well as Heejin in 6 and Heejus as well on the hard compound tires. But they do have to look out for, those in the midfield, they have to look out for Clive and Sinpo in P11 and P12, starting on the soft compound tires. These two are the danger men in the middle of a field because the soft compound tires they get warm up really easily, and they are able to make places up the field, especially those starting at hard set. Teal is definitely vulnerable on hot compound tires, but if we do get an early safety car, we will see drivers such as Clive and Simple benefit from running long on the hot compound tires. The question is, how long can they go? So, Skies are ready to go out. 2 lines, 3 lines, 4, 5. And now. And it is go, go, go. Here Interlagos. Fantastic stuff from front, you expected. But Kendra also has a great start. And he's already clear ahead of McLaren. It's still the top 3 as status quo. But he drifts up the 4th. And look at that. It's clean. It's somewhat clean there. As we expected. Oh, Teal's made up places, in fact. Up to 9th goes. Teal goes. And Simple floors him true in the 10th. Clive's lost places and down to 12th place. Meanwhile is Kendra and Hedges up 2. And Roshan's lost places as well. And now Skipper is post clear right there as he goes side by side there. Hedges and Kendra side by side in the long corner. And they're still side by side, wheel to wheel into. Oh my goodness me. And Roshan is just over the back of the Aston Martin there. A 3-way battle for a second. Oh! Hedges is spun! Hedges is spun by the Aston Martin of, I believe that was Kendra. And both his lost places. Brandy, he's up to 3rd place. And now, with all the archie-barchies going on there, Skipper, a 2.5 second lead over the pack right now. And the healthy advantage is now Skipper to skip across the field right now. And now Skipper has a fantastic lead. He is not even really worried about DRS. Take care of the car. That's all he needs to do. And Roshan Robot has a tall order now. As Pigeon and Brandy go side by side as we commence lap 2 of the race. Side by side there. Brandy who goes on the defensive. Pigeon is all on the attack right now. And it's a disaster there. Huge disaster for Kendra. As well as so it's Hedges as well. So big disaster there. As I said, it is down to the last in the Ferrari. So a lot of drama already occurring in the opening stages of this race. As we see Hedges still on the pursuit of Brandy He. Is quickly joined by Sky in 5th place. So a little bit of a fight going on here. We would expect Hedges ultimately catching down up for Brandy, but Brandy with that tire advantage, he should be able to clear him pretty quickly. But he needs to ensure, by the end of this lap, he extends his advantage beyond the 2nd because the DRS is about to get activated. So Brandy, he needs to be careful with Hedges right behind him. But Brandy's definitely losing time to Roshan, which was actually caught up by half a second relative to Skipper right now. So Skipper actually losing time to Roshan Robot, and there we have it. Roshan Robot 4/10 quicker compared to Skipper even on the same time. So Roshan Robot's really quick now, as now the DRS is enabled, and Hedges is over the back. He's over the back of oh, Raman's got a penalty. Raman's got a penalty, 5 seconds to speed in the pit lane. As now with the DRS enabled, you can see it takes twice up. Especially signal train, and there it is. DRS open for Hedges, does not get close enough. Guys are closely right behind him. But the battle for third is started really quickly here, and Hedges with their hard compound tires, if he manages to get past Brandy He on the mediums, that would be a significant advantage to him, because he will be able to just close in on Roshan Robot and have that great alternate strategy against those meters in front of him. And when those medium compound tires expire, it's going to be Hedges on the hot seat in this race. So Brandy He holding up his little DRS trainer behind him, and look who's in P7, Destiel. Destiel's right behind him, and we know how quick Destiel is. Destiel on 7, over the back of Clive, and even on the soft compound tires, there's no invitation. Destiel's over the back of Clive, and Clive has to go defensive, but we're going to see any moves being made here. Sky, Clive is trying with the offensive look. He's going to lose time doing that. You don't want to be moving that too often, because Destiel's right behind you. Look at that, Destiel. No invitation needed. Sliding cross. He knows he's going offensive. He doesn't even need DRS. Already ahead of Clive Tan. Destiel into P6. And oh no! The Mikasa is going to the corner. And Clive goes wide. Destiel almost loses. And how did he not? How did he not lose it there? We do not know, but it's certainly something good reported to us right there. As now we see Hedges already eating even more time out of Brandy He. Is losing time to Roshan Robot here. Certainly made a mistake there, Brandy He. And obviously we're able to see, well, a little bit slow there. But yeah, Hedges a bit more closer to Brandy He on this particular occasion. So we might just see an obviously we see Destiel is also closing on Sky right behind this back. So Sky, Destiel, This time with the driver in front of him on medium compound tires. This should be easy as Heejin is ready with DRS, and Heejin is past Brandy He. They go side by side in turn 1. They go bang wheels, and Brandy He goes on the offensive. Round the outside, he takes again, and Destio is passed, but Sky has spun. Sky has spun to turn 1, and is another Verstappen Ocon incident into turn 2 again, and that is definitely going to be investigated by the stewards once more. Destio not having the cleanest races here, although making him smart. He might just have drivers complaining against him. His Clive already getting 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Certainly one of them must come from the spin there. I don't think I've seen any drivers cutting corners at this early stage so far, but I guess this driver's getting a little bit hot over here. A bit hot tempered. No, but what this is doing is allowing Skipper and Roshan Robot to just scamper away from the field, and that's what they want. They want the drivers all behind them to start fighting so they can get an advantage. Heejin so far has fallen behind DRS range out of Randy He. Destio is closing in. No contest at all. Doesn't really need DRS. Destio up into P4, or is it? Heejin is trying to use DRS to defend. No contest. Destio up into P4, and certainly on the pursuit to get Brandy He. Look at Destio. How is he something close in to the competition? Has Heejin got an answer to that? Heejin, no answer. But right behind, a battle for 10th, 11th. Oh, Nimes just lost it. He just lost it out of the corner. Nimes so far, just lost it out of the corner. And on the two McLaren to pass as well. The two McLaren still fighting. It is going to be Simple and SS38 as well. And right behind, we have SS38 under attack from Adelino. Adelino stays behind him. So not quite a little bit of a thing as well as we have a yellow flag going on there. The two McLaren still going as Spinella Hedris. I see anything. Adelino was forced to go a bit off the off track to avoid that drama occurring, but Simple was true. I'm not sure if there was contact there, but it looked pretty a little bit of argy-bargy there, and I think Simple was the big winner there. But I believe the McLaren pit will be looking very closely at that incident. As now we go back at Destio. Destio's significantly closer to Brandy He now, and it's already challenging for the podium now. Destio will really make up 12 places. Remember, Destio was on at 16 for the grid. As of lap 7 out of 36, a Verstappen-esque performance. There we have it again. And Ryan has retired from the session. Ryan has retired. He's crashed into turn 1. He's hit the wall. Safety car deployed. How did he lose at turn 1 now? I believe he's making some contact with another driver there. But our first retirement of the race goes to Ryan. And huge disappointment for Ryan. We know he's did so well. He's doing qualifying, only to bin it at this stage of the race. And no, you just don't need that right now. And it's the two Alfa Romeos, very smart there, taking this opportunity to go long. They have pitted for a set of new hard tires. Ramen as well. Here to serve his 5-second time penalty. Ramen, here we go. What's going on? It's a new set of hearts. Good coordination there from the two Alfa Romeo drivers. They are going long now. Serving penalty. Don't get lap. Just get out as per normal. They have. So, Alfa Romeo are back in the game. Do not count out as of yet. What about our race leader? Skipper. Are they pitting? No, Skipper's not pitting. But keep an eye out of Roshan Robot, who does the opposite of Skipper. Bucks opposite to Skipper, and Kendra's got a drive-through penalty to make his day from bad to worse for the Aston Martin driver, and you just don't want to be doing such silly things behind a controlled environment such as within the safety car. And Clive has got a penalty again for speeding in the pit lane. It's not what he'll do. And I get it. Chimkin, oh no, he's got a penalty. And that, we're seeing a multitude of penalties here. And so, well, for all we know, this race could be decided. It could be decided on who gets a penalty and who doesn't. Chimkin's got another penalty for driving. Is that a second penalty? Chimkin, did he get a... Wait, let's have a look at that. It is... Oh, Chimkin's... Yes, that's a double drive through for Chimkin. He's out. He's gone. Remember in the F1 2023 game, well, or any race in the game in the series, you are supposed to serve all your drive-throughs within 3 racing laps of starting them. Otherwise, failing which you'll be disqualified from the race itself. So Chimkin, he'll have to come into the pits twice within the 3 laps of the safety car restart and running already in P15. That's his race run. Well, Hedris gets another. Drivers just getting penalties all over the place right now, right? Look, you don't normally exceed track limits, but there's a safety car. But this the last thing you need to do. In a controlled environment, your aim is to mitigate your penalties, try to catch up with the field, just drive as per normal, but it's not what you're supposed to do. You shouldn't be getting penalties like this. And Chimkin is just choosing to retire, race is running, he knows it himself. That is it. Shame there for the Alfred drivers. It's ridiculous penalties. And it's all to fight for his own right now. Just pulling up to the side of the circuit. In the safety car. So, it stands. First 4 drivers, Skipper, Dusty, Heejin, Teo, they have not pitted. Advantage in terms of strategy. Rashawn and Brandy running 5th and 6th. The lead drivers have already pitted. So, Rashawn's actually in a very good position if you think about it. Fresh hearts, he decided to make the jump to pit. And he's only lost 4 places. So, Rashawn Robot, really smart thinking FNLP team to make that early pit stop to get a strategic advantage of the Skipper. It could be a great cut there, considering they're on the medium compound tires. Now, the only question for Rashawn is, can he make those hearts last for another 26 laps? It could be a one-stopper for Rashawn if you think about it, but it's going to be a tall order. But it is a cheap pit stop under the safety car, of course, but it could be a one-stopper for him. Let's welcome Yellow right to the stream chat. Irreplaceable. It is looking good. Who else it is? It's Desio, of course. Someone with credentials, possibly credentials in that. And, well, in case you've just joined in, started 16th, currently running in 2nd. Credentials on that for Red Bull. We did talk about Red Bull at the start of the break differential. They get places in the Constructors' Championship. That's what they're doing. 18 points plus another 12. 30 points for Red Bull assistants versus their nearest rival AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri currently scoring 0 at this point in time. So, as it stands, currently, if the race finishes as it is, we're going to see Red Bull 17 points ahead of AlphaTauri at the end of this race. And as far as points go, how far will they be back from Haas in the race? It will just be 21 points behind Haas. We're definitely against Heejin's in turn. Don't forget, Heejin is race. We have 2 Red Bulls racing. So that additional advantage here. Heejin's a good percentage. He needs to be careful. To get titles with anyone. To get in trouble with Heejin, all he needs to do is to run a few moves. And he's running to the end. So, it's better here. Climb his foot. So, running on lap 10 out of 36, let's have a look at the position changes on the time box right now. So position changes, Skipper, Sutton race, still leading the race, they're still up 14 places. Driver of the day, 2 points. Heejin up 3. Teal up 6, Rashawn down 3, Brandy He down 1, SST, Black, and then we have like a dead little home run points for 5, Takaresa up 6, his teammate running in 10th, Mercedes 9 10th right now, as the safety car is going to peel in at the end of this lap, and the drivers are going to get going racing, so as late as possible, so now first is going to get a good run of it, top 3 stick really close together right now, when the Skipper jump the gauntlet, creative cars. It's looking straight. Skip's going to be very late. When does he drop it? He drops it now. There we go. He's going to continue it up right back. And I'm going to see an assist. We want to see lots of traffic right there. What's happened? Oh, a little love tap from Hedris onto the back of Link Knives of Fire right there. So, I'm sure there's any big damage. There's a pit stop from Adelino. That's too late for the team there, and look at that. Cars all over the place right there. We SST with Brandy He losing out, is he? And no, he's As it goes around the back. Oh, the Ferrari SSA goes very wide, and it's going to leave in wrong places. And both Mercedes up and refreshing tires going up to 7 and 8 right now. It's got a Commencer. So SS today down to 9th place, and Skipper's got a great jump on this one. It gives it up to 1.1 seconds. Heejin over the back of Destil on the fresh new tires. Gap now 6/10 of a second right behind. And now sector 2, there's a little bit of incident. Is Kendra again? Is it Kendra again? It is Kendra again, unfortunately. And now, once again, we're going to see, look, large watch, look at that. Oh, we're going to see another, it is the two Alpha Towers and the Alpha Romeo of Ramen. Get a bit of a tight one over there. So, kind of aggressive, I would say. But technically, I don't think there's any damage right there, as we see Roshan Robot closing on Heejin now. Heejin, Desio, and Roshan all fighting in for P2. Roshan pulls to the inside of Heejin. He's going to get it inside. He has the inside line. Heejin thinks about the switcheroo. Heejin stays right behind Roshan Robot as of now. And it's going to be Skipper from Desio from Roshan Robot. The thing is now, Roshan Robot, the gap between himself and Skipper, down to less than 2 seconds. Did Williams make a little mistake by not hitting Skipper earlier on? This could play really well into Roshan Robot's hands as he's now closing in on Desio. It's rare you hear people say this. Desio is vulnerable. You don't normally hear people say this. I mean, yes, it is a strategical issue, but how often do you hear people say Desio is vulnerable to the car behind? Normally you hear Desio going the car offensive, but this time around, with those fresher tires, Roshan Robot is on the offensive. Desio being forced to go on the defensive, and once again, Desio could do Skipper a great job here by holding on Roshan Robot, but I don't think that's going to work pretty well because Roshan Robot's over the back of Desio. You're going to see that. Look at it. The offense is here. Roshan Robot just get a good run down Desio. DRS is unable, and it's only a matter of time before Roshan Robot gets him. Oh, Desio goes very defensive here. But a gap now, Destil holding Roshan Robot out. Skipper now 2.6 seconds away from Destil. He knows the priority now for himself is to try to build the gap before Roshan gets Destil, which I think, as time is up, Roshan gets Destil and it's on the P2. Game on between Roshan and Skipper. Oh no, Destil is lost it. Just losing that. Meanwhile, we have Brandy ahead of Heejin as well. So Brandy versus Desio, keep an eye on that as well. But meanwhile, Roshan's still losing time to Skipper. He's having a hard time getting those hot tires warm up. But now, Desio, Brandy, Heejin, and Sky. This might be a train right behind there, as we see Clive getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Desio's now fallen out of DRS range from Roshan Robot in front. Brandy He is now going to be the one on attack on Desio on P3. So let's have a look at Brandy He. Brandy He is now closing in on Desio. Let's just see. Brandy He with DRS. Is Brandy He going to be close enough? No, Sky actually gets Heejin on those fresher tires. So Sky down the inside of Heejin, and it's up into P5. What about Brandy He? Now the gap is down to half a second. Close enough for Desio to make a move. No, not quite. It's still Desio ahead of Brandy He and Sky and Heejin, who's interesting, still staying in touch with Sky in 5th place. Desio is now vulnerable to Brandy He, albeit we have to plot Desio's pace right here. He's still maintaining P3 pretty well, even on those hard tires. There's no train right behind him, as a matter of fact. So, get out in front. Skipper, listen to that old medium compound tires. You can tell those medium compound tires are dying off already, as Roshan Roberts taking a chunk of time. Skipper over the second sector. Brandy He closing on Desio on this long straight. Is Brandy He going to make an impression on him? Not quite. He gets really close this time, Brandy He. Brandy's getting close to Desio. And I'm pretty sure with a good exit, Brandy is able to get past Desio. He's fully using a slipstream there. I think there's no defense. Oh, he's trying to defend Desio? No. Brandy He is past Desio into 3rd place. And finally, Brandy He, I'm pretty sure he's going to... No, he's a sim racer. He is a good racer. But I think this time around, well, how the feeling must be like to get past a driver as poised as Desio here. Obviously, the strategy is working for these drivers to put it on the safety car as of now. Still sticking in touch of Brandy here, and I think Brandy is having a little bit of trouble trying to break away from Destel at this moment of time. So, Destel is now 5 tenths behind. Interesting penalty. Oh, a bad exit from Brandy. No, that's going to allow Destel to catch up. Brandy is also running out of energy, so Brandy here is going to be huge pressure from Destel right now. Destel is going to get back at him on the small tires as he round the outside goes Destel, and Destel takes back the place. Brandy he is handicapped once again because of that, and now remember he has to fight back again. He has to fight again, and does he get past? Side by side into the stream of the Lago, and just again. And are they going to go? Are they going to go side by side into the long right-hander? Destel thinks out of it, but can Destel, is he going to try to dive bomb right now? No, he doesn't have a traction too. So Brandy he has to rethink that game again. He needs to rethink his strategy. How does he tackle the final corner? Because that has wasted him lots of time against Rashawn Robot, who's on the same strategy as him. And all this fighting on Destel is going to cost his tires. And you do not want those new hot tires to lose it against like that. But I think he's got to back this up. Destel 7 tenths behind. I think that should be safe for him as of now. Unless Destel can try and pull something in. But me, look at SS today. The battle from 9, 10, 11. Pretty close as well. We can touch the Destel Brandy Heat battle once again. But look at the battle. SS today, Robin and Clive. Look at that. Clive is over the back of Robin. And this is the battle for the till end of the points. Clive down the inside. No. He goes defensive there, Robin. And Clive is trying to claw all the way back. No, they go. Watch it. Oh, no. It's a bit rough right there. And now, there's more Knives of Fine is joining in the party as well. SS today is clear. But Ramen, Clive, and Knives of Fine, they're going 3 wide in the Stromer de Lago. 3 doesn't go in there. And, look at that. It goes right in the low. True goes Ramen. They took advantage of the 2 battling teammates. And that is it. Ramen in that Alfa Romeo is true. And look who's behind him. SG Tail. SG Tail's right behind him. And the 4 of them just, Skipper. Skipper spun. Skipper's having big problems this spun. Worn out, medium compound tire, Skipper spun. That is it. Rashawn Robot leads the race again. And that's why we had a yellow fight. And Skipper's having big problems there. He's not pitting. Oh no, I don't know what's the strategy for Williams here, but that could be a huge strategical error here for Williams because they chose not to pit, and with that 1 medium compound tires, he's struggling so much. Look at that, he just over the back of Skipper, and Skipper with that damaged tires, he doesn't need to do that, he's gone. He just barely using the DRS to get past. Just barely doing it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that's necessary. And he's gone wide. And I don't know what is he thinking there, but with that bottle, I don't know, it's just I don't quite get it. What's Williams doing? What's Skipper doing? Brandy's already about 4 seconds ahead of him. And of course, our top choice more is confirmed. Destel must be laughing for the back as well. Destel, through that incident of Skipper spinning, he could have distracted Brandy He, and that allowed Destel to get ahead of him. And now he's pulled off a huge gap in front of him. Brandy He starts slightly off. Destel was taking a huge gap of his tires right now. As we go for round 2, Skipper versus Sky versus Heejin. Do we see any moves right now? Heejin's Skipper's down the lead car, but let's see any defense put up from him. Now, let's see Sky. Skipper stays on P4. But suddenly, down to turn 5, we're going to see any moves down by Sky or Heejin. Skipper's tires are pretty much dead at this point of time. So far, no moves. It's going to be Skipper still sitting in 4th ahead of Sky and Heejin. Skipper having defense against Sky and Heejin right here. But he's now almost 5 seconds behind Brandy. And if you think about it, nearly 10 seconds behind his closest rival, Roshan Robot. So, Skipper as it stands, after this race, well, as it stands, Skipper will be, well, if the race ends it is, unfortunately, it means Roshan Robot is going to steal the championship. He's going to steal the driver's championship here. So that means, well, if it stays as it is, Skipper with a total of 112 points, Roshan Robot with 157. That's it. That's probably it for the championship. Skipper doesn't need to be impatient here. He just needs to play the slow game. Right now we see Technomancer and SGTO being Tice. Skipper's doing it off Heejin. He's now got a hit of Sky as we are speaking. So, what we see here is Sky's doing Skipper's doing a good job here. Oh, there's the flags around there. There's a McLaren out. That's Sinpo. Sinpo's last hit has gone downhill, and his race is going downhill here, Sinpo, because his last hit at the first corner, he's clipped the curb, went down underneath, and just went through that big patch of grass where Yano Trulli and Adrian Suto clashed in 2009, and he's down all the way in 12. Well, he's pitted, he's on a good strategy, but he's lost it, and there's more drama there, and it's Skipper once again. Skipper's lost it in the same corner. Skipper once again spinning and losing even more time as now Heejin in the pit. He got a free chip pit up against Skipper. Skipper is now against, well, he's now on the attack for Ramen. Ramen's trying to get party against Skipper. And, oh no, Skipper is making huge mistakes here. And from potentially winning the race, he's down in 5th place. And now, having a huge tall order. Yes, 20 lap old medium compound tires. Is he trying the alternate strategy to go to the soft tires? Is he trying a Ryan strategy to try and go long on the set compound tires from the start of the race? Obviously, this is not working out for him because now Roshan Robot is having a pit stop advantage against Skipper already. And yes, if we look at the current standings, current championship standings, Roshan Robot out is 147 points. Justin, Skipper, 110. A 47-point advantage over the field, with just 2 races to go. Well, mathematically, Roshan Robot would still not steal the title here, but it is going to be almost probable. It's going to be a 95% chance of Roshan Robot winning this title, if that's going to happen. So, is Zero right? Another championship to be settled in Brazil, just like in 2012, maybe 2008 as well. Well, who knows? If the Skipper makes another silly mistake against what he did earlier, then it could be another case of such. Skipper will really need some, another safety car. He will really be praying for a safety car right now because he knows the circumstances are not working well against him so far. As now we look at Heejin versus Technomancer, a battle for 8th right now. Heejin's in pursuit of Technomancer, both of them on the same strategy. Heejin's really closing in on Technomancer's closing in, but does not manage to take Technomancer for P8. So, once again, our closest battle right now between Technomancer and Heejin. Heejin having tried to look, but Heejin stays right behind Technomancer so far. And so we have a yellow flag, and it's Heejin! He just lost it! He just lost it while chasing Technomancer, and he's just hit the Sinpo down at turn 6. And talk about Sinpo, it's got past Heejin as well. So drama happening over here in Zark's once again. We never knew this would happen, really. Hey. Whoa. So drivers are just gonna say clearance. Oh, Skipper finally pit. Skipper is pit. Skipper is pit. So let's have a look at Skipper. What is his final strategy here? Is it go on to the hards for 13 laps, or do you think he's gonna stay? He's gonna go softs and make it last 13 laps. Oh, what? Softs. There we go. He's going for the softs. So Skipper will be on the charts right here, but he has a lot of traffic to go through. He's right behind. Who's gonna be behind? Is he gonna be behind Teal? Where's Teal? Teal's over there. Who's gonna have a good run here? It's gonna be back to back. It's neck and neck here. Teal and Skipper. Skipper and Teal. Teal and Skipper side by side in the turn 5. It just cuts off Teal just perfectly. But Teal has that tires just warm up a little bit. Is he gonna get a good run down at Skipper? The gap with them just 2/10. Maybe with a traction. Yes, I think he's just narrowly got him. But now the battle here in the midfield is looking really tight. Simple versus SS38 versus Skipper versus Teal versus Adelino. Simple holding hold, trying to get down the inside, goes SS38 and Simple push right and he's lost another place to Skipper. Skipper goes through. Teal against Simple. SS38 now against Skipper. And I'm pretty sure Skipper would be able to get past him to his long straight. Now SS38 vulnerable to Skipper. Skipper easily passed. And goes side by side into the start finish straight. And Simple already getting passed by Teal as well. And now, there it is. Skipper up into 8th place. Roshan Robot though, also doing the exact same thing as to what Skipper has done. And Roshan is in turn. He's still in 3rd place. And, well, the only way Roshan is not going to win the title here is if Destiel can do something. Now, Destiel is on 2 level mediums, also going towards the end. So Destiel, in a way, he also doesn't need to pit. So, in that sense, Destiel will still win this race. Roshan Robot will only take 18 points after Brandy He, who's our current race in the pits. So, it's still going to be pretty interesting to see how it forms out. Can Roshan Robot on the softs be quicker than Destiel on a harder compound time? That's an experiment now. We know Roshan Robot's the current championship leader. Now, how does he fend against the legendary Destiel? Keep an eye on the gap there. It's 3.5 seconds between himself and Destiel. As Kendra goes to the pits. Let's have a look. Sorry. Let's have a look at Skipper going past Heejin. No, Heejin's pits, but yeah, Skipper's got past Heejin as well. So Skipper, after getting past the driver's spin, is up to 5th place. Good comeback there from Skipper. As he's taking the fastest lap away from Roshan Robot and is up in the 5th place. So narrowing the damage done to his campaign here, very good strategy from Skipper. I think that all is what is needed out of Skipper to actually recover his race right now. Trying to treat as quick and almost as quick as some qualifying laps being set here earlier during the qualifying session. So Skipper already on the charge here, but although he's already 20 seconds behind Sky. Well, here we go. Brandy He's pitting. Oh, Brandy! Oh, he's got a penalty. Speeding in the pit lane there, Brandy. Oh, if you're leading by such a substantial amount, that's the last thing you need to do, Brandy He. You don't need to do that. Well, oh, what a shame there, Brandy He. Just getting that penalty for no reason. Now, where's Sky? Sky is now coming through the start-finish line. He's unleashed, but the question is, does he have 5 seconds to spare? Does he have the 5 seconds to spare against Sky? The answer is, oh, he does. He does have the 5. Oh, barely 5 seconds. So Brandy He needs to charge on with those soft compound tires in order to eliminate that 5 seconds against Sky. So that tire advantage really being important to Brandy He right now to get his first podium of the season. Sky just needs to finish within 5 seconds of Brandy He to finish on the podium. So we could see a shock podium right here. As you see, oh, a big battle here. SS Teal and Ramen. And now Teal going round the outside of SS38. A true way fight continues. Teal goes trying to go round the outside. He goes round the outside. He is round the outside. Now down the inside. He does it. And now Ramen. Oh, SS38 shuts the door on Ramen. And he goes on the grass. Lets him through. And oh, look at the Kendra joining in the party as well. But actually Teal already passed him. And after the 7th place, Ramen, well, now leading this whole DRS train ride for him, this whole peloton. Ramen, oh, who knows, he's invulnerable now because, well, unless Kendra has to run SS38 is just on those hard compound tires, has to go defensive. I don't think he has much he can do because now we see Kendra going down inside with DRS and easily pass SS38. Kendra is now up to 9th place, SS38 down into 10th place. So, now we have Kendra on the pursuit here, is now approaching. And oh, no, I think not quite. We have, well, Kendra and Assassinate still battling with each other, but they are both easily closing in towards Ramen in E8. So interestingly, we have a little gaggle of cars here, and I think Teo made a mistake as well because now Ramen is within Diora's range of Teo, unless he has to go defensive against Kendra, so that gives Teo a bit more breathing room. And Kendra's really charging now against Ramen, if you think about it. But, so Teo now trying to just pull away from Ramen and get up to 1.1 seconds. Kendra, now 6 tenths behind Ramen. Is now they're still. Oh, Clive is retired. Oh, wait, it's damage. Clive is retired from the Alpha Towering and he's left the session. So, are we gonna get any late safety cars here? He's pulled off to the side of the circuit, but the car is still on the circuit. That's what's important here. So this can change the whole outlook of the circuit. Yeah, he's chose not to race. So his pulled off the car. He's turned off to the side of the circuit. And Clive, unfortunately, in AlphaTauri, not such a good race, but just choosing is up from that. There's no point racing anymore. It's just chose to pull off to the side. Meanwhile, Kendra's got past Ramen. See? Yeah, no contest. Kendra's pass. In fact, closing in on SGTO. He's just gonna increase the time. But now, Teo is the one leading this whole Dura strain against him. Teo has to go a bit defensive. It's no longer against Ramen. He wanted it against Ramen, but Kendra, a driver way higher caliber here, Teo's going to face a bit of problems defending against the Aston Martin right behind him. So let's have a look at Teo. How's he going to defend against Kendra, the charging Aston Martin right behind him, who's also has to go defensive against Ramen behind because this whole Dura straight is trying to go against Teo. Ramen is getting good slipstream down behind these two cars. So, Kendra trying to go offensive. He is on Ramen to attack him. So, round the outside he goes. But Teo closes the door. Tries to go down the inside line. And is passed. Not quite Teo. Teo defends. And Ramen's joining the party. Ramen down the inside of Kendra. And through goes Ramen. Double overtake there by Ramen. Is he get Teo? He gets Teo. What a move by Ramen. Who thought that he would just capitalize on the two fighting drivers ahead of him to stack P7 there? Smart thing there is like Lewis Hamilton back in Britain 2022. Ramen up into 7th place in the Alfa Romeo and just doing all the work for Chimkin's retirement. What a fantastic driver, Ramen, and I'm pretty sure the Alfa Romeo team must be so proud of him right now. Ramen, who started all the way down in last in 18th place, disqualified from qualifying, and there it is it. Ramen up into 7th place, and Chimkin 151, 152, 153 in chat, having retired already. He must be counting the number of points Ramen is scoring for Alfa Romeo this race. What a race there Ramen is putting up for an Alfa Romeo. And I'm pretty sure Chimkin in the chat must be really ecstatic about these chances right here. But one driver even more ecstatic about his chances. Brandy here against Roshan Robot. Now he's closed up against Roshan there. And who thought Brandy he is over the back of Roshan already? Skipper's got a 3-second time penalty. Oh my goodness me. He has to make more time against him. The battle here for the championship between Roshan and Skipper, favoring Skipper now thanks to his opponents. The external factors such as Brandy and Sky, these are all favoring the battle. Oh, that's still pits. That's still pits. Oh, just 6 laps to go, and only an 18-second advantage. That's still pitting. Can he get out in front of Roshan Robot? So, I don't think so. I mean, Roshan Robot's trying to get in. Now the Red Bull of Destil just getting to the pit exit line. And now we have Brandy here and Destil going side by side for the lead of the race as well. We have a Ferrari going slowly as well as I said, the 8. And oh, we almost got a safety car there, but nothing's happening. But Roshan and Brandy and Destil, a 3-way fight for the win of the race is happening. Meanwhile, Chimkin's comment on the stream chat just got deleted by moderator. I don't know why, but fortunate. Down the outside, not much down the outside so far, but if you're going to see Brandy he go down the outside and round the inside, probably, maybe on lap 32, as we see Roshan trying to go defensive, but down the outside and round the inside by Probably. He's going to be about Destiel first. Goes all the way. It's all the way at the back. It's Destiel. Apparently he is going down the inside already. Down the inside. Destiel. Beautiful move on Brandy here already. Next up, Roshan Robot. He's like a charging train right there. And yes, you're right. Is Destiel actually Verstappen in disguise? Maybe, but no invitation required. Pass skills Destiel on Roshan Robot. Everything Verstappen's charged back in. Oh, the zero flight. Is that simple? It is simple. He's got white. He's made a mistake on 6-0 soft tires, and Simple's his day just getting from bad to worse here. McLaren team. McLaren once again scoring no points. Let's go back into the front of the field again. Destiel's clear, but Roshan Robot's day is not over. Skipper is already up to the 4th place. Roshan Robot has got a penalty as we speak. So, well, Brandy has got a penalty as well. So, even Stevens here, Destiel, I'm pretty sure with the current circumstances, he will win this race. Skipper is getting closing by Sky as well, so Skipper will finish 5th as it stands. Roshan Robot, well, what he can do is if he wants to win the championship early, and oh, SSC retired. Oh, safety car! Oh my goodness! A safety car! A late race safety car with all penalties by the front runners. SS38 crashing at the start finish line, and now with all our front runners. Oh, can we have a look at the penalty? He just got a penalty as well! He just got a penalty! My goodness me! The whole race is neutralized. Once again, it's anyone's game. Who knew it's gone to this extent with 3 laps remaining? Drivers all pit. Yes, go pit. Pit for your fresh soft tires. It's a sprint race to the line. It's a huge sprint race to the line once again. The whole race is neutralized with 3 laps to go, and the whole outlook of the Brazilian Grand Prix is on. And Nam's got a drive-through penalty as well. Simple in 40th got in. He could be just be back in it. Simple be back in it. Oh, you know. Oh my goodness. This is outrageous here. What races can you think that is going to be happening? What? Abu Dhabi 2021. Max Verstappen. We thought Max Verstappen is going to snag it. No, it could be a Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton situation happening again, which may happen again because Sky in 2nd place is a Mercedes. Destiel in the Red Bull in front of. Well, this time it could be Hamilton Verstappen instead of Verstappen Hamilton. This time with the name of Sky and Destiel. What in the world is happening on the 9th round of the JF? You say that the JF is full of events here. Well, we didn't expect things to be this eventful. It's all going to be decided based on penalties. And for all it's worth, Roshan Robot surely will not secure the title here in Brazil. Sorry to spoil the yellow right, but yes, that's the case. With that penalty is incurred, Roshan Robot may not secure the title here in Brazil. It's going to be a 2-lap race to the finish. And as it stands, let's have a look at the penalties again. The details. Roshan Robot with a 3-second penalty. Skipper with 3 seconds. Brandy, he has cleared his penalty. Heejin with a drive-through. Kendra, 3 seconds. And Albang Marcus, Heejin 9 seconds. Dimes are fine. Drive-through. Facile, 3 seconds. Simple, 3 seconds. As it stands, Ramen might finish on the podium here for Alfa Romeo. Oh my goodness me. And Ramen starting from the back of the grid to finish in 3rd place. It's going to be an honorary mention here. Ramen from the back of the field to finish in 3rd place. This is fantastic stuff for Alfa Romeo. And no wonder Chimkin's acting up so much on the chat. He is so excited. Oh, Ramen, don't spin the car. Do not do a George Russell back in Imola here. You know you're in the prime spot. You know you're in a great spot to finish the race. And looks like it is going to be a race to the finish, decided by penalties. Barring any sort of restart shenanigans, it is going to be Destiel from Sky from Ramen. Probably Tekramis as well, if he can stay within the pack and try to make grounds here. But look at the tires here. Ramen, unfortunately, oh no, he's on 12 tires. As if Sky as well. Sky and Ramen, look at the tires here. Look at the tire information. Sky and Ramen. Surely they do not have penalties, but they are on warm, medium compound tires. Surrounding them are drivers on fresh new soft tires. Safety car is in this lap. The 2-lap sprint race about to be lapped by Destiel is about to get underway. Well, that's still 15 places gained into P1. Well, surely driver of the day, but my driver of the day sadly has to go to Ramen. Simple real medium fitness. Interesting. Oh, Simple's not caught up. Simple's not caught up to the pack. Simple's not running already. He's not going to get any points. The safety cars go. Simple made a pit stop, and that's a huge mistake from McLaren. But the safety cars go. They went early. Did not wait for Simple. Down is like goes Roshan Robot on Sky. So Roshan Robot in a hot seat once again. But now Sky is trying to. Oh, Sky Roshan. Roshan's got push. Roshan's got push. And it goes side by side. There's a ping pong match. Down the long straight. Roshan on the Galago. And they go side by side. Oh, it's not going to work out well there. Cars going wide everywhere. And Skipper's up third. Skipper's up third behind Roshan Robot. And now it is effectively Roshan versus Skipper once again. Oh my goodness, man. Nimes to find pits. So Skipper's up 13. Two drivers out running for the points, but now Ramen's down. Ramen's getting so much by the pack. And can he sustain this? Can he sustain this level here? Ramen's getting soloed up. Now, down this side goes Kendra. Ramen's down to the 9th place. He just trying to get round the outside of him. Ramen's up 10th. Till's trying to get round the outside of him. And it's like there's a division. I think there's one of the Alpha Romans. Is it Nimes? Yes, Nimes got affected again. So he's really on the wrong now. But now, that's still only 2.5 seconds ahead of Roshan Robot. And Skipper closing in on him as well as we start the final race. Destion gets a fastest lap, as of course he gets the fastest lap. And now Heejin picks himself his drive through a penalty. And that is it for Heejin as well. He's out of the running. And I'm pretty sure after an exciting 36 laps here in Brazil, it went topsy-turvy. And of course, well, the question is, Destil, and he's going to win the race, but who's going to finish on the podium? The remaining spots on the podium are the big question, considering Roshan Robot's skipper's penalty. Look at Brandy Heat. Gap behind him is 2.6 seconds. 2.3 now. Roshan and Skipper, once again, just as they want to start the race, they have to work together in order to prevent Brandy Heat from getting, but Brandy Heat is Technomancer for company. Technomancer down the inside, Brandy Heat. Oh, they go down the inside. And Brandy and Technomancer go side by side, down the long straight, down the inside. Who's gonna have an inside line? The bang wheels, the bang again, the bang once again. As now, oh, Brandy rolls wide, and that could be the podium from Brandy gone as Desio wins the race here in Interlagos. But even fastest ever, Roshan finishes ahead of Skipper. 65 milliseconds for both drivers, and Technomancer takes him on the line with Brandy Key. Oh, photo finishes everywhere, and that is it. The race has ended with a spectacular finish here in Interlagos, and I can't believe it. What seemed like a normal race that's happening has turned upside down with the occurrence of one safety car. That one particular last race safety car by SS38 has caused the whole race to turn on these hills, with Destil winning, Roshan in second, third Skipper, but our championship protagonist, well, the race is continuing on to our penultimate race. The championship will not be decided here. Ramen, of course, driver of the day here, and certainly he'll be definitely be one to be interviewed. It's a crowd favorite here, Ramen, and certainly he had so much in hand. Just a poor strategy towards the end, but he has to settle for reality here. So, once again, here are your results. Destil from 16th to 1st, and Roshan Robot, well, from second to second. Skipper losing his lead, unfortunately. Well, oh, take a deep breath, honestly, and oh, I'm shook, honestly. I'm really shook. So, yes, obviously our podium ceremony. So here are results here. Destil in the first place, finishing a race in 47 minutes. Roshan Robot in second. Skipper in third. Technomancer in fourth. Brandy He in fifth. Sky in sixth. Kendra in seventh. Tione Ramen in ninth. And Adelino getting in 10th place. Ah, what? What a race we just had. We have drivers making 4 stops, 4 pit stops, this particular race. And still, well, it became a sprint race towards the end. So I don't think SSD expected his actions to cause the whole race to turn on its heels, but still, we have a very typical podium here. Destiel from Roshan to um Destiel from Roshan to Skipper. So what an exciting Brazil Grand Prix that we've had tonight. Of course. So once again, let's bring out the results of the Grand Prix, and we'll do a quick analysis of it. Here we go. So Destiel, obviously leading it. 47 minutes finish. Roshan Robot, who started second, finish who started second, 6 seconds behind. Skipper, 6.1 seconds behind. So that photo finish 65 milliseconds away from Roshan Robot. Great racing between the two. We heard him on the podium the previous time around. We definitely want to bring him on the podium this time around as well. After considering his results. Now, Takra Manson in fourth, with banging the 12 points from Mercedes. Brandy He with 10 points in fifth. So another amazing job from Brandy He and Aston Martin. Sky, a strong finish here from Mercedes. Both drivers finishing in the points as well. Aston Martin, with the name of Kendra, bring another points off for Aston Martin. Actually, too, Red Bull double point scoring for Red Bull as well. So many teams having double point scoring here. Like the Red Bull, Aston Martin, and Mercedes. Ramen and Alfa Romeo, just a little shame here, finishing just 12 seconds off the lead. But with those tires, I don't think he's enough. He's anything in the back to do anything much. And Adelino in the Alpine. Good replacement here for as Rashawn Robot's teammate, and ultimately finishing in P10 to get the final point for the Alpine team. So once again, great finish here for our top 10. McLaren not scoring the points, unfortunately. 11 to 12, Hidris and Sinpo. He did and has with a last minute drive through, unfortunately not scoring the points today. And this is only race where he just for the score points. So Heejin will still 93 points. If you're wondering what this means for the championship. And as for Roshan Robot, that means extending his lead from 42 points to 45. So the gap now 45 points between Roshan Robot and Skipper. Skipper's lots to do before the next race in Las Vegas. So, well, 45 points. I do not know how someone's going to close that gap between the final two races. Now, we obviously won a finale race in race 11, but this rate, for Skipper to stay in the competition, Roshan Robot needs to retire, and Skipper would need to finish at least second in the next race. So Roshan Robot, with this performance, almost certain that he's going to win this title in the Drivers' Championship. So, without further ado, let's invite. It's time for our podium interviews. So first up, we have Desio unfortunately not being available for our podium interview. So we'll have first up Roshan Robot as well as Skipper for the interviews. Skipper, unfortunately, already boasting his performance to the fellow drivers. So you can see him in the other voice channel. Maybe have the help of our race control to bring him out to the podium, hopefully. Drag him down to the room. So yes, welcome, Rashan Robot, to the once again another strong
My ass off lah. Behind you. But I think you spend more battery here, right?
We in the commentator thing now.
Both drivers really excited to share their last minute drag race to the line. So first of all, I understand it was a very last minute drag race to the line after a 2-lap sprint race after it. So talk us through it, Rashan and Skipper. How was the last minute drag race to the line? I understand both of you finished within just 65 milliseconds of each other.
Yeah, I think that was wow, the most intense race of any race I've taken part in F1 or any racing sim ever. Because so basically 2 laps before I had a very bad start of the safety car. I didn't expect I didn't expect Desi to go so early. So I was holding back and I think it was like 7 tenths. But I realized that Roshan was gonna overtake Sky and Sky had old tires. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for a switchback here. And it worked out. But unfortunately, Sky he didn't leave any space for me on the outside. So I had to go off the track. And somehow I managed to make the overtake while still being on track. And I had enough inertia actually to, I think, challenge Roshan to turn 4. But too bad, yeah, because of the contact with Sky, then I didn't have any pace left. So fast forward to the last lap, I was just giving it my all for the last 2 laps. And I saw that Roshan was flashing. So I thought, okay, I still had a chance. So I just saved like 20% battery for the last run after Junsao. And yeah, I didn't think it would be enough, to be fair. But it was very close.
Did you feel you had a good run at Roshan towards the end? Do you think you actually got him at the line?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really expect to get him, to be honest. Yeah, because it was still he was like what 5 tenths ahead, I think. Yeah, and I think it's very unfortunate as well because earlier in the race, actually the reason why I dropped back was my brake pedal got jammed because my pedals were shifting. So I just went straight on at one of the corners in sector 2. But thankfully it was not a high speed corner, so I could still sort of pick up the pieces and just go from there.
Right. So, what about your perspective here, Roshan? How do you feel it was battling the skipper towards the very end?
Let's just say my chair is very wet lah. It's full of sweat because that last lap was pretty crazy because I had to because I knew because obviously Sky didn't pit, so obviously I had to go for a very quick move on him, trying to push him back into skipper, obviously. But I think I made a move and I got an illegal overtake for some reason. Then I obviously had to tactically give it back to him while not letting skipper through as well. So I did that, and then it was just full push. I didn't even look back one bit. I just kept on going. I didn't even look at the timing gap. Nothing. I just kept on going, and yeah, as we came out the last turn, I was pretty much out of battery. I think I had like 9 or 8%, and then I just turn on the overtake and see what happens. I knew he was running lower wings, and then he just told me he had more battery, so it was a bit chaotic. And yeah, I was a bit scared that I was going to lose the position, but it was a bit close. I mean, even during the mid race when I saw him pit and get past, I think it was Sky as well before the safety car period. I knew I wasn't gonna get distilled, so I actually tactically slowed down to give Brandy DRS so that he would nullify his 5 seconds. But then obviously the safety car came out, and then yeah, the whole chaos happened at the end. But I mean, I think Skipper and I are pretty thankful that we managed to get the rest of the field by 3 seconds to still keep the podium. So yeah.
So, was it a bit of a Carlos Sainz Singapore's kind of strategy?
Essentially, yes, before the safety car, that was the ultimate plan. Because I knew, because this day was keep pulling away. I was like 3 seconds back, and it was increasing to 4 or 5. And then I knew Brandy was like 12 seconds back. So I was like, okay, I might as well help him out. So I slowed down massively. I pretty much was lifting through every corner. And then once Brandy got in my DRS, I think he knew what I was trying to do as well. Because he didn't overtake me. He just kept getting DRS and then just holding back. So I think it was good. And then I saw Distill pit, and once I mean he caught us instantly pretty much. I just let him go. I knew we wasn't in the fight for the win anyway, so didn't want to hold him back. I mean, to me personally, it was when he got fastest lap. I kind of got happy because Skipper had it, so the more points Skipper loses, it's better for me as well. So yeah, then I just tried to work with Brandy, just give him DRS. Even if he went ahead, yeah, I would take it any day because I will obviously get back the position in 5 seconds. So yeah, but then obviously the last safety car came out, and yeah, just caused a load of chaos and a pretty hectic finish.
Now, ahead of the very hectic finish, I understand both of you were going virtual on multiple occasions, but knowing that you were both actually starting very close and the starting grid, I mean, you were starting at the front too anyway, do you actually think of working together to actually clear the field at the very start of the race? So both of you were actually trying to gain ahead of the rest of the other 16 drivers at the very start of the race, and also towards the end, do you think of helping each other out?
I mean, at the start, I guess I had a pretty shocking start. I had a decent getaway, but obviously out of turn 2, I had a big snap, and then I knew Skipper flew away, and once I overtook the other two cars, he was like 2.3 seconds or something ahead, and I was like, okay, there's no way. But I mean, even if we were close by, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like obviously like fight him so hard, like push him off track, all these kind of things. It's if we just try and get the field off as how much as we could, and then fight it out in the last few laps, that kind of thing. And then the safety car came out. I obviously saw Skipper didn't pit, so I tried to do the alt strat, but I was sort of catching him. But then obviously he had his brake issue, which kind of gave me the lead, and then I was just trying to push as much as I could. And then yeah, afterwards, it was it was the obviously that whole safety car thing happened. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really fight Skipper that hard until like the last few laps, obviously, because who doesn't want to finish ahead of each other. So in the maybe first few stages, we would be helping each other, like just DRS training off each other, trying to get away from the pack, and then we can have our own battle later.
So, would this be your main strategy for the remaining two races? I understand Roshan Rabat, you are now 45 points ahead of Skipper in the Drivers' Championship. But knowing this in mind, would you be helping Skipper? Would you be immediately helping to get Skipper to secure P2 in the overall Drivers' Championship and you to win? I mean, it could be a good team strategy if you think about it. I mean, you're both in different teams, but in the Drivers' Championship, it could work very well for both of you. Do you think this is way moving forward for both of you?
Yeah, I think Skipper has. I think he's pretty much solidified his P2. I mean, look at the performance he's put on. He's pretty much dominating the races, except for a few unfortunate instances. He's pretty much dominating. So, I think even if that's the case, I mean, even if I can seal the championship, I mean, obviously helping him would be a great thing because him finishing P2, he still wins money. I mean, who doesn't want to win money, obviously? So I think him finishing P2 in the drivers is good for him, and yeah, it'll take it every day, man. Just trying to help him or help whoever is better. I mean, we're still in the constructors fight. We're still pretty tight with Williams, but I mean, if it helps to seal his drivers, then yeah, why not?
Great. I mean, there's great friendship being formed over the championship. I think like that's gonna be that's gonna be a valuable friendship moving forward, and I hope to see you next season as well. So yes, enjoy your weekend and congrats on the podium finishes, and see you next week for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So once again, we've seen great teamwork from two rivals, Roshan Robot and Skipper, from this race as well. So I believe that's the purpose of the GF to begin with. We have friendships. You need not be teammates to be friends as well. And I think like as a commentator, being a former racer myself, I did notice that some drivers are forming friendships within the same voice chat. Some drivers just gather together in the same voice chat. We have a drivers corner here in the GF Championship for drivers to stay in there to voice out any grievances, voice out any sort of comments, or just to simply hang out and chill during the course of the race itself. So yes, I can see Ryan's now sharing his overall live stream inside the drivers radio, and it's somewhat like a podium wrestling room or a common wrestling room for drivers to hang out right after the race or even before or during the race. So I think honestly, as a commentator, I believe the GF Championship has accomplished its target of helping drivers to bond together as and form some camaraderie, regardless of the team they're assigned to this race. And I think that's the purpose of the GF. We want to build a racing community here in Singapore, and of course, it's pretty awesome. Strategy wise, of course, we do have Roshan and Skipper. We've been working together as well to form interesting strategy to help each other secure first and second overall drivers championship. But one team and one driver, of course, has shocked everybody here with almost a potential podium finish here. And for Alfa Romeo, unfortunately, having to settle for ninth place here. So it is Raman, our driver of the day. Hello, Raman, and welcome to this very special interview for today's race.
All right, hello, Apalis.
Hi.
I had a disqualification, which led me to start from last place. I was busy calibrating my steering wheel as my force feedback died, and unfortunately, that put me towards the back of the grid. But fortunately for me, I had some solid pace in hand, so some good moves were made, and some not so some more like scruffier moves they still stuck, I guess. So all in all, I made it up to P9. I could have gotten a P5 if it weren't for like a strategy blunder at the end, I guess. The strategy blunder in question was, yeah, I went for track position instead of like bidding for new softs, and that led me to, yeah, that led me to drop from 5th to nearly 10th place. But fortunately for fortunately for me, Hideous penalty actually benefited me, so that's one more point for Alfa Romeo in this situation. And yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the race.
Right. So we did notice that some of your on-track moves, both we were going other drivers were caught on camera. Talk us through that. How was the overall pacer here and those fights here, other drivers? Were you expecting to make those moves, or were they simply just capitalizing on other people's errors?
For example, there was this move between. Oh, I'm sorry. There was this move between with like Theo and Kendra were fighting each other from turn 1 and yeah, turn 2. I I was panicking because I was behind. I think it was Kendra, and Kendra tried to overtake Theo, but Theo stuck it out. Then Theo was, yeah. I saw what was happening and I was right behind Theo, so I just switched on my battery and I just flew past the both of them. And like at one point in the drivers, like the drivers VC, I was screaming, "Oh my god, it was the overtake of dreams!" Cause yeah, it was that exciting and unexpected. There were some other moves which I did plan. There were also like
The
there was
double
another,
overtake. It
yeah,
was
a
on stream. It
double,
is on stream.
yeah. It was on stream, yeah. Then there was another move I made on Simple, like on the inside of, I believe it was turn 5 or 6. I went like above Simple, like towards the left of him. And then I had more grip, so I made it stick, and I was also quite, yeah, amazed by that. I don't, yeah. It was just like, it was a move that was, I didn't really mean for it to stick. I just wanted to like try and shake Sinpo into like chickening out or like at least breaking a bit. But I made the move stick, so yeah, I'm really happy with what happened in the race. And I didn't spin, so that's a huge plus.
Obviously, a very clinical race by you, Ramin, and obviously, once again, congratulations on ninth place. Hopefully, you can attend the remaining 2 races, and we can see more of your action on track for the finale of the GF. Thank you very much, Ramin.
All right, thank you for this, and have a good night. Thank you.
All right. So, end of race 9 out of 11, and out from very contrasting race 8 and race 9. Well, we do have lots of drama in this race. Not a lot of crashes in terms of on-track drama, but this time around, lots of wheel-to-wheel racing action that we saw here in Brazil. And of course, the next race, we did mention at the start of the stream that it is going to be unique circuits unique to F1 23, and you have not raced before it. And that's good. First up is going to be a Las Vegas strip here. So once again, changing continents here. We flew in from Europe. Now we're in South America, and now once again we are going back to North America into Las Vegas. Now, I do not advocate any sort of gambling here, but yes, it is a Las Vegas Strip. So place your puns on who do you think is going to win. I'm going to have my money on Rashawn Robot is going to secure his title in the next race. And that whopping lead of 45 points. Well, I think it would be senseless to put the money against him. He's almost secured the championship here. Just 5 points away. He only needs to score another 5 more points to secure the overall championship. And Skipper, he needs a second place finish. And with Destiel's freaking appearance, I don't think it's going to be a very easy move for Skipper to outthrow him. So, who do you think is going to win the overall championship? Do you think the title is going to move all the way to the final race in race 11? We'll just have to find out. But till then, see you next week on May the 4th, 2024, 9 p.m. Singapore time for our penultimate race in Las Vegas. Once again, thank you for coming into the JF and see you again next week. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye, everybody.